Greetings, adventurers. Welcome to Have Dice Will Save, the Pathfinder 2nd Edition adventure, where my four friends find out that it's a trap.
Yay!
A couple of things going in. First of all, today, sadly, we are without our adorable halfling. She's a bard? Yeah, halfling bard.
Wow!
I kept wanting to call her a cleric in my head. I have no idea why. Maybe it's because Sherry
Or
plays
Ivan.
a lot of clerics.
You're not Sherry!
Yes.
Who are you?
Sherry, sadly, has been sick all week, and her voice is shot, so we gave her the day off. That did, however, work out great because it means that we have Brianna today. She will be joining us for the day, and
Ouch.
possibly some other times.
Okay, yay!
And by possibly, I
Oh my
meon
God.
almost definitely. So,
Maybe.
For the day, and then she gets murdered horribly, and then
Well,
I don't think I have anything pressing before we start. Does anybody else have anything they would need to?
I mean, if it means anything, we all got killed the second episode, so you're
You're still alive. You're
it's a
fine.
it's a rite of passage.
Okay.
It's a,
Let me just kill myself.
I'll be sure to render you unconscious.
We
in the
made it
first
1.5
Right.
episodes. We'll see how you do.
Immediately dead because Ivan stabs me.
he's a bit stabby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then everybody.
listen, stop comparing dicks, okay?
Okay, we're gonna move on. Everybody, take a deep breath. Because here we go. Okay. So, last time on Have Dice Will Save, our adventurers set out, or arrived at the mining town of Bradford, and met with some of the locals, the mayor/bartender, and a somewhat surly blacksmith who still has a certain battle cleric's sword.
Poor life choices were made.
It's fine.
It's okay. I make up for it. with
Frontlining
extra
clerics are meant to wield daggers, right?
stuff. Yes, totally. Start having to wield a
and
horse
found
chopper
that-
soon enough.
It's a weapon. And they found that that the town had recently grown significantly due to happening upon a vein of mithril. Pursuant to their mission from certain shady clerics, they set out northward into the foothills to search for some goblins, and found some goblins. They fought a raiding party successfully, leaving only a lowly goblin bard alive with them to guide them. And then just before we left off, they happened upon a hastily abandoned encampment where a small figure was huddled in the corner of a cage. And with that, Bree, if you would like to describe for us your character.
Okay, she is a 2-foot tall little green goblin girl. She's really young. She has really spiky orange hair and like a brownish red shirt on with a long red cape that looks like it's really worn and like scratched up. She has really big boots that are like a little bit oversized for her, and she's wearing a really golden colored pants.
The cape, you just stole someone's curtains, didn't you?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Do you have is sparks visible with you?
I'm gonna say no. They probably took it.
Okay.
Right.
Maybe.
I mean, I'm gonna say no.
Sure. So as you guys look down into this cage, you see this small goblin look up at you from the corner.
Well, why is there a goblin in a cage?
Am I,
Goblin
like,
business.
they like bound me
No.
at all? Okay.
Hello, small being.
You, other goblin. Why this goblin in cage?
Get me out now.
I was not talking to you.
I don't know. It's maybe.
Do I recognize him?
No, you haven't seen this.
Okay.
You haven't seen this particular goblin. From his mode of dress and skin tone, he is probably of the same goblin clan that captured you. And he looks down and says in goblin like, "Oh wait, you're not one of us. What are you doing?"
I'm gonna turn to like you guys. Kill him! Kill him!
No. I thought we had to talk about this.
I do
we
not
need
take
him.
order from goblin.
He captured me for no reason. Kill him.
I don't care.
I didn't capture anybody. I just play music.
Look, we need
Get
this
me
goblin
out.
to
Do you know shaman person in cave?
Is that the one?
That's the kobold.
Yes.
Hmm.
I can get you there. I know where they are. I heard them talking.
What do you think?
Is there a reason to get more goblins involved?
You can kill him and you just have one. Same amount of goblins, yes.
Or I could leave. I'm just saying. Just doesn't have to be like exclusive.
What?
I think
Can someone who has higher perception than me roll a sense motive?
You've got a pretty good
Ew.
wisdom score. Well, your proficiency isn't necessarily.
And also, I wouldn't.
I'll roll
I-
one for
thank-
Tessie because she's usually really good at that.
Yeah, and also, I wouldn't just assume that. I don't know.
Oh, she got a 19. That's I think like.
Even when she's not
Oh my
here.
god.
Even when she's not
Yay.
here.
So you see Tessie leans in and sort of squints suspiciously at the goblin, and then looks at the rest of the party and says, he's scared shitless.
da.
But
I
is he
did so
telling the
myself.
truth?
It's true that we don't have to kill him. There's nothing making us kill him.
Oh no, her.
Oh.
It's not like
She-
leave
Because
little.
You're the
It's
one that's
not
like,
like
oh
leave
yeah.
goblin behind us to
It is
stab
also
him back.
it's also
Oh.
true that we could kill him. That is true.
Oh, okay. But yeah.
You should kill him.
Why do you want
She
him
thinks-
They're
dead?
awful.
She thinks that we should kill him.
Why do you
That's
want him dead?
But does she
They
actually?
captured me and they're doing weird shit, so
I
kill
think
them.
was other people who captured
But
you.
does she
No.
actually know where the kobold is, and can she actually lead us there? That's what I wanted to know.
Oh.
Yeah. What?
Nothing. What were you?
I don't know. I wasn't paying that close attention for that part.
Oh, if you're 19,
Yeah, but she said that like two
for
and a
the
half
other
minutes ago.
goblin. She rolled for the other goblin, not for this goblin.
I
Goblin if
carried
you
it
want.
over, but that was
I don't-
significantly after we had moved
I
on
wouldn't-
from the
I
goal.
Okay, sense motive does give you some truth detecting aura for
No.
everyone in the
I
area.
just
Detect
There's a spell for that.
lies.
There is
There's
in
like
fact a
three
spell for
spells for
that.
that.
What happened to all our dice trays?
I rolled a 19
For what?
to determine whether or not I think she's lying.
Everything that she has said since you started really paying attention to her seems truthful.
Okay.
More or less.
What can you do?
Hang on. I will use the cantrip. So, produce flame, and I'll just have like a little ball of flame in my hand. And I'll be like, I can throw this at him and kill him for you if you want me to.
We do not need help killing, but fire is needed.
Yes, I'm better than you.
Damn.
Is that in goblin or common?
I'll say goblin.
Okay. I just want to go play music.
So,
You make fire. That can be good. So you are not shaman person. You are other tribe, other
Yes.
gang of goblin.
The shaman's a kobold.
Yeah.
is he affiliated with?
Shaman is kobold who leads goblins.
Yes.
Is he affiliated with any one of your clans?
This
They
one.
have. I don't know what they have clans.
Yes, we
Yes,
have
we have
clans.
clans.
I'm gonna say in goblin that I think they're stupid. I feel sorry for you, but you're still gonna die.
I just play music.
I've heard that
Having a
goblins are
goblin-
actually very intelligent.
Having a goblin that can
You
throw,
heard wrong.
She heard right. I am very smart. Thank you.
having a goblin that can throw fire may prove to be more advantageous, but could also prove to be more problematic if she decides to stab us in the back.
I
Or
would
light us on
never-
fire.
Hey. No.
I don't need to roll a
I-
sense mode for know that's bullshit.
If you get me out,
hesitated.
I promise I won't kill you. Or hurt you. Yes. Not him, though.
Dead.
I promise nothing about the other goblin.
I like little Bard Goblin. He make me laugh. I can scare him and he say funny things.
I have a dragon.
I'm very
Can
confused.
I scare your dragon?
I'm
Can
sure
I
that-
scare your dragon?
I'm sure.
Scare?
Yes.
Why would you want to scare a dragon?
Because I can scare this goblin. If I can't scare a dragon, it's not much of replacement now, is it?
Yes, you can scare my dragon.
You have permission.
Permission to scare.
I am confused. If you have fire and a dragon, how did you get captured?
They caught me off guard.
I thought dragons were mostly extinct eons ago.
It's a baby. But
How did you get a baby dragon?
Mother of
I
dragons.
found it. As one does.
As one does.
Good.
You don't find dragons.
I do.
I think we take
Point
the
me.
dragon. I think if is real dragon, we kill dragon and we give you this goblin as replacement pet.
No. Don't.
Do like a society or a
Kill you.
religion, whatever you
I'm
want.
gonna do a religion,
Paul.
but
Yeah, both of you can.
because I think I mean I already know. I don't really need to.
Yeah.
Where the hell is
It's
society?
21 for me.
17.
Yeah, it's not that dragons are mostly extinct. It's that the gods wiped every last one
Yeah,
of
it's
them
like-
from the
Like,
planet.
look, if you have dragon, is blasphemy. As
He's
cleric
nice.
of god of kill things, I will kill dragon.
Okay, he's not like a real dragon.
Bah.
He's just kind of like one. He's very tiny, like me.
Where is
so-
dragon?
Is it a lizard?
No. Do I see him anywhere?
Yeah. I mean, well, if you take a look around, you can probably see like a tail poking out from one of the tents, where he has clearly been hiding.
Over there.
Kill it with
Do not. Don't you
If
touch
it's a
my
dragon,
baby.
it probably has fire resistance, Paul. I'm just
Yes.
saying.
Fire resistance is not fire
I'm going
immune.
to-
We still kill it with fire.
Listen, that'll test whether or not it
Don't you
actually is a
dare.
dragon.
Okay. So looking over. Do
I'm gonna just walk over to it to
Okay.
pull the tent flap.
You walk
back.
over, you pull a 10 flap back. This little, like, small house cat sized dragon looks up at you. It's got, wings and red scales. This little tiny dragony head and goes,
I'm gonna yell over to him to behave and goblin. Be nice to them so they'll let me out, please.
Dead.
And so they don't kill you.
and it responds in goblin. Eat it?
No! Don't eat them.
Dead.
I'm sorry, you can eat later, okay? Yeah. Yeah, not them though. Maybe the smaller goblin, that's fine. Eat the goblin.
Hi, later food.
Aren't
Is
you?
that still in common? Is that still in Goblins?
Yes.
Would I have any way of recognizing what a dragon looks like or is?
Do you have nature or?
I do have nature.
Or yeah, nature is
I
fine.
also have religion.
Religion's probably not.
I don't have
relevant to
nature's
this
not
particular-
trained. I just have a decent score. But it's-
Yeah, you can roll the nature on train for this.
Okay,
Um,
it's a 13.
you've heard that there are dragon-like things that still exist that are not actual dragons. If anybody else wants to roll a nature, they may as well because they can all see this as two.
So we'll not. Oh yeah, 19.
This is probably a proto-dragon, which is a very tiny, sort of distant relation to the true dragons that lived a long time ago. They're pretty rare because people like to kill them for looking like dragons. And there is some superstitious beliefs that they bring curses. But they are not actually dragons.
Question.
Not likely to get us smoted
Would
by gods.
wouldn't my monastery believe that they might be cursed?
Probably not.
Okay.
As after dragons, gods declared descendants of dragons and descendants of other monstrous races would be allowed amnesty. So I killed dragon later.
Or never. That's fine. Never
Maybe.
is fine.
Why do we have to kill the dragon?
He's a dragon.
He's not exactly a dragon. He's a good little baby. Leave him alone.
It's
It
It's
models
a
its way
distant
out
relative
along
of-
with the trend.
Which is
Dragons.
why he's still alive.
May I take a look at your dragon?
Yes.
I go over and I just stare at it because I've never actually seen a dragon before at all.
Makes sense.
Sort of extends.
Orc
his
and
neck
dragon are good
toward you.
friends.
Don't bite her. Goblin. Not food.
If I,
Not food.
But so big.
No.
I'd eat her for a long time.
Maybe after they get us out of the cage. Not now.
if
I have a question.
if half orc is good, maybe half dragon is good too.
Looking around at the village area, we had run into the goblin party earlier.
I don't know how
Does
to
this
take
look like a
that.
big enough village to support more than that?
Orcs sided with
No,
dragons.
no. This
Orcs fought
looks like
gods.
a hastily
Orcs
made
died.
Oh, it's just
encampment.
a camp.
half
Yeah,
orc.
it's just
not
probably
the same.
probably
half orc
not
granted
that
amnesty
raiding party
by
because they were too
gods.
far away.
Is
But
different.
probably a similar raiding party was occupying this camp.
Dragon,
Okay.
same thing.
It just kind of sounds like one of those. Yo, you're one of the good ones, so you know.
Regardless
Duh,
of
one of the good races, not one of the bad races, like dragon. Dragons are evil. Dragons we kill. If there
Or
were
don't.
any left.
There's
Someone,
not.
gods already did work for us. Praise them.
Anywho, I have a question. Well, I have two. What are your names?
I'm Scree, and my dragon is Sparks.
Sparks.
Can
I
we
look-
hear the dragon speaking?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
speaking goblin.
I assumed it
It's just
was
like chattering.
familiar telepathy.
No.
Nope.
it's chattering.
Although when it says Sparks, it says Sparks because
Nice.
that's also its name in goblin.
May I pet Sparks?
Can she pet you? Don't bite her.
Look, regardless
Can I
of what we
taste
decide,
something?
we should probably make up our minds
You can
sooner or
lick
later.
her.
Agree.
This
We take
is
both
likely
with
Yes,
us.
not
you
the
can.
same.
You can.
Oh. Might have concerns about.
Go
Well,
ahead.
they're different clans, so it's probably not as
Oh,
much
he
of a
licks my
More concerned
hand.
with them killing
He's
my
so
pet.
That
kind.
means
One-
that he
one
likes
second.
you.
For normal games, talking all at the same time works. When you're talking into microphones, no one can hear what anyone's saying.
True that. I'm petting a dragon, guys. He's licking my hand. That means
Yes,
he
so
likes
when
me.
you
He
reach
loves
down
you.
Orcs and,
to
dra-
start petting him,
Orcs and dragons, best friends again. Best cleric I am. Let's bring them to Marshall stand. This is great. Okay, let's get her out of cage and go.
Yes. I look
This
at
didn't
the
start
other
global
goblin.
war last time or anything. No, it's fine. Let's go.
This is fine.
This is fine.
Everything is fine. What kind of thing would I do to try and open the cage?
you can use thievery,
Okay.
or there can be like brute strength checks.
Is it wood?
No,
Okay, it's metal.
it's made of rusted metal.
Okay.
I would have burnt
It's not
it if it
good
was
metal.
25.
Oh, that's so. I was
Yeah.
like, what? You
This-
have fire. How can you not like melt it or something?
Too strong.
Fair.
It's fairly heat resistant,
Yeah.
but it's
Okay.
not like strong metal.
Okay.
I am
Duh.
It's okay.
Yeah, this
As it
is
turns out.
but this is a fairly crude lock.
Okay.
And you get it open no problem.
She's like, fine. Done.
I like you. You haven't threatened to kill my dragon yet. Thank you.
I don't generally make threats, I just kill things.
I like him that way.
We should get going before they come back.
Duh.
Alright.
So,
What about things that have been like watching us?
If they come forward, we kill them too.
Should I like roll a perception to look out for them or like to really
Yes.
see? Okay.
This was some of them, I think.
Well, I mean, obviously it wasn't her. She's been in a cage this entire time.
Yes.
All right. So that is math. That is a 14. So I noticed like a little bit.
You don't see anything out there right now.
Okay.
Let me have you make a second perception check for me real quick.
Oh dear. That is a 23.
this
Yeah, that goblin bard doesn't seem to be anywhere either.
He's run off.
Fuck. I do not say that in character.
I do.
The bard is gone.
Did
Do
you
I see him anywhere? Can I
You
roll?
can make a perception check.
did
if
you
want.
kill Bard?
We've been watching her the entire
When?
time.
I was watching Dragon for halftime.
Little goblin
I just
sorcerers
opened the
being
door.
well known for their assassin capability.
That's
Hey,
20.
this is low
Yes.
level.
Yes, they are.
God.
That's a 20
They
altogether.
very much are.
You don't see him anywhere.
Walks into building,
Naturally, really good stealth scores.
Though you are confident that were he still in the immediate area, you would have seen him.
Okay. Nah, no, he's gone. I
Well,
wanted
if
to
we
kill
see
him,
again,
but
we
okay.
kill him.
I
Yes.
recommend we be gone as well then.
Yes.
Ah,
Okay. To
let's
the
go.
mines. Do I have to roll to like get them there?
Yeah, give me an intelligence roll, we'll say.
Okay.
I won't make you roll a wisdom roll because
Thank you. Oh no, it's 11.
that way is north, and north is generally the direction they've talked about.
Dead.
So that's what you got.
We go north. Let's go. And I just confidently like start like walking with
I
the little dragon.
follow the goblin.
Sure.
We follow the replacement goblin.
Oh. Ouch.
Sparks walks along next to you and makes sort of little twittering sounds occasionally.
I like
just
how this
gotta-
one doesn't have a
I
stab
glare
in
at
it.
him periodically.
Have a what?
Nothing.
It doesn't have a stab in it.
He stares back.
This one's newer and shinier. This one's better goblin.
It's in better condition.
Sparks stares back at you, and occasionally he'll open his mouth, and a little puff of sparks will float out of it.
I'm going to intensify my glare and roll an intimidate check.
Sure.
Leave him alone.
No. I had a crisis of faith from his existence.
Fair.
Yeah, that's a 17.
It's your will save.
What's the dragon's will?
The familiars share their master
Oh, do they?
saves. Yeah.
So
That's
I
cool.
just roll a will save.
No,
then?
what is
Or
the actual number?
5.
Okay. He starts around to the other side of Scree's legs.
It's okay, baby.
Food's mean.
I know, sweetheart. I know.
Food's mean.
Wishing I had taken goblin now as
Can
my national language.
Can I glare at him and then try to do an intimidate check against him?
You can.
No. It is a feat to intimidate
Oh,
someone
that's
with a
right.
glare.
You have to say something.
I took a
Okay.
specific feat
Yes,
to
you
intimidate
have to
people
say
just
something
with my
or
glares.
do something to be intimidating.
I will do a produce flame and be like, be nice to my child. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you give birth to it?
Do I roll for this?
No, it's
It's
going to
a-
be
no.
versus 10.
You know
plus
what?
initiative.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, I'm not
Oh,
gonna say that
no.
because that's. I'm not stupid.
What's your charisma?
19 for
What's
intimidation.
your will save?
What?
What's your will?
20.
Really?
What?
You got a +10 to your will save.
Yes, I do.
It's there.
Okay.
You find that you have to steel yourself against this. Like, you've never experienced a goblin death glare. It's more menacing than you would have thought it would be.
Is it for the static saves? That's just 10 plus your.
Yeah. Okay. 10 plus whatever.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I did math wrong. I was like, wait, why is my reflex so bad? And the answer is because I can't add.
It's okay, I can't either.
I am divided on new goblin.
At least you can divide.
On-
God damn it.
I can't
guess
even
so.
be mad at that. That was good. Well done.
Thank you.
Is on one hand, first instinct on seeing goblin is kill goblin. This is plus. On other hand, is
Negative.
goblin. This is minus. On third hand, has really good death glare. Is plus. On fourth hand, also has dragon. Is minus.
How many hands do you have?
Apparently 4.
Ew. I'm just gonna keep trying to go to the mine.
Sure.
Maybe we should try to be quieter since we are likely to be being tracked by a
I know.
goblin raiding
What
party.
you know about stealth is that if there's anything watching, they fucking know exactly where you are.
Yeah. I
Yes.
just like,
Yes.
hey, maybe let's not be shouting at each other.
We should not bicker.
Right, lead to shaman. We take scale, we get out of here.
Do you have to roll again?
Yes. Give me another intelligence check.
Oh lord.
I also still have
12.
It's one better than before. Getting closer.
Soon.
What were you gonna say?
I also still have no north up. So
Yes.
I
Oh, I don't get
The
lighter
direction of
until
north
next
has never
level.
been in question.
I know.
Yeah.
There's an ability that I can have that lets me know.
Well, the direction of
which
north should be
people are
because
lying to me
if
by
like
rolling
can't see the
deception.
stars or don't roll naked to know where it is. But
See, I
You've been traveling more or less in a straight line
Yeah.
since you, but
I'm just saying I have the we don't need to roll a nature check to navigate to not.
that's not what she's
wander.
rolling for.
I know.
She's navigating for, does she know where this mine actually is?
Sure. Oh, I know.
Yes.
I'm just saying when she says go north, I know which direction that is. It's like,
Right.
yeah.
That's why I didn't say roll to find out where north is.
Yeah.
You're rolling things that is it's disturbing.
What are you doing?
It's like, I didn't ask
Don't
you to
kill
make
me,
rolls.
please.
No, I'm
Anyway.
just
I mean,
I'm just playing with stuff.
Yeah.
See,
I need
when
someone-
Morgan
I
makes
need
rolls
rolling
on the
her
side,
dice.
it probably doesn't mean much. If I'm making rolls on the side, it probably means I'm trying to decide whether or not to kill someone.
Anyway.
noted.
So, yeah, you still feel like it's probably that away somewhere.
I'm just gonna keep confidently walking
Sure.
and hoping they don't notice that I don't know what I'm doing. Because
This
Yes.
is why I tried to see if she was lying.
Sounds a whole lot like a deception.
It depends how much are you guys paying attention to whether this goblin knows what she's doing. I will happily let some of you make perception checks.
I'm not. I'm just.
oh no.
I got a 12.
You have a deception score of more than 2.
I have a deception score of 8. so-
Yeah, she seems to know what she's doing.
Okay.
I don't have reason to question it yet.
That's fair.
But when if
like,
if
I
the
don't
path starts
either.
to meander, or if we like seem like we're going north for too long, then she'll start to question.
I don't either,
Am
which
I
is why I
actually
don't
going
really
north?
make these rolls.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
good.
your roll was high enough to have a general idea which way was north. So
Okay. Cool.
you are going north and in a direction you would guess was the direction that the goblins were talking
Okay.
about.
Do I have a bag of food for Sparks on me?
Yeah,
I could just
yeah.
like, okay, I'll just start feeding him a
You
little
have
bit.
you have like a couple weeks of rations.
Okay. This
And
way he won't be tempted to eat the other people.
Yes.
Hopefully.
So you guys get to watch as Sparks, who is still kind of behind Scree's legs, when she pulls out food, he goes and grabs it like she drops it. And he goes, grabs it out of the air. It's a really kind of bird-like motion, honestly,
Mm-hmm.
and pretty adorable if you
Aren't
the
convinced
sort of
I
person
think it's adorable.
that can find dragons adorable.
I think it's adorable.
it's adorable, unless
Good
you're
boy.
convinced that dragons are an abomination against humanity, in which case you're just like,
Well, for
not
me,
sure about this one.
listen, for me, I'm a 6'2" tall like person looking at a cat-sized thing.
Yes.
I think it's cute.
Fucking blasphemers.
Would you think
Sounds
a
like
the
heresy.
cat-sized spider was cute?
Listen,
Is that heresy I smell?
Think I'm smelling some heresy.
No.
Warhammer be in order. Warhammer ODS or drop troops fall in.
Inquisitors out of nowhere.
Anyway.
I know what you're smelling. It's your upper lip.
Okay, we're moving on.
It's right underneath your nose.
You guys are really loud. You should probably look and see if anybody's like around.
Maybe.
I have to
Sure.
focus on this. But
On
It's a
figuring
very
out where you're
important
going.
task.
no.
13 to look around.
Sure.
18.
Oh wait, I two rolls.
18?
Mhm.
Yeah. So you guys walk for a while, and the two of you kind of keep a lookout. You don't see anything that looks like people observing you, or, people like things observing you. But eventually, Amelie,
Yes.
you notice off in the distance. So as you're traveling, you notice like that the grass that has, sort of the short grass and brush that has kind of dominated most of this trip starts to thin out. And it's replaced by like a shallow layer of sort of dusty earth. And every here now and again you'll see these bits of bare rock jutting out from the dirt. In sort of these tiny outcroppings that sort of echo the dark monoliths of the Ava Mountains that you can see off on the horizon, untouched by the moonlight that is still, that is sort of behind them.
So, would I think the Ava Mountains are pretty or sort of like mysterious and probably dangerous?
Do you like mountains?
I do. But I haven't seen, but like in the monastery, I don't see a whole
Sure.
lot.
I mean,
I do see mountains, but I don't see them like.
Amelie likes everything she hasn't seen before.
they're huge and imposing, but also probably beautiful. You would know that specifically in the Ava Mountains tends to be where a lot of things like goblins live, and also some mountain giants, some trolls.
Could I roll Dwarven lore to identify where a good spot
Sorry.
for a mine would be?
You could, except you haven't seen this
Oh, okay.
yet, but we'll get there.
Okay.
Because she got a better perception check than you did.
Didn't realize I needed high perception to see mountains.
No, I'm getting to the part that she is seeing specifically. I realized that I hadn't done the bit of like describing how the landscape is changing as we moved into it.
We're getting there.
Just be patient.
And then we got focused on mountains for a minute.
Exactly.
So,
They're very big.
while you press forward, you begin to see signs of a long abandoned settlement. Here and there, an old rusted nail will be laying on the ground. And you pass the worn and crumbled stone that surrounds a fire pit that hasn't seen warmth in generations. The cold winds coming down from the mountains kick up little clouds of dust, swirling here and there like the spirits of the long-dead miners who worked this first precursor to Bradford. And you see, spots where probably short-term housing was built and long since worn away. And before long, you feel pretty confident that you've moved into basically where a mining camp stood some generations ago.
Getting real close. Yep.
Yeah,
For sure.
You notice that sometime after she does.
Yeah. Yep.
You basically trip over a nail and you're like, oh, right, mining stuff.
Can I try to check again?
Our brave
Or-
leader.
Yeah, it's
Sure.
very brave.
Yeah. I mean,
Brave.
you can also roll that dwarven lore.
That's so
7.
much better. 17.
This is a human
You
mind.
have never personally laid eyes on a mine in your life.
It's a human mind. I don't know.
Sure, and it's a human mine in mountains that you don't recognize, but also you aren't from the mountains.
No.
What was yours?
17.
You can see little signs of goblin activity that would probably just be overlooked by the average non-goblin, but they
Okay.
do seem to be leading specifically sort of eastward through the
Okay.
camp.
I'll start heading that way then.
Okay.
There might be guards. He's kind of important, so we should look out for that.
I'm going to keep an eye out and see if there's anything that would make a serviceable weapon,
Sure.
especially if there's any kind of like sword or anything, but anything just like something that can be a solid club or anything
Right.
that would be a good simple weapon.
I mean, you can make a perception.
I'm gonna try to see. Oh, sorry.
Farming, scythe, anything like pickaxe would probably be pretty good. That's a 22.
There really honestly is not anything left particularly intact here.
Not even a pickaxe.
No. I mean, here
Pickaxes
and there
are
you see
expensive,
like
man.
pieces of metal laying around, but anything wood looks like it rotted decades ago. And anything that was really worthwhile as a mining tool was probably taken with them when they left to move on to the next mine.
Damn.
Were you gonna ask something?
I was gonna try to see if I
Oh,
could see
looks like it's daggers for days.
scouts or anybody who might be like
It's
watching out
dagger
for
time.
us.
Sure.
Since there's gotta be guards or something like that.
Should have bought a pickaxe in this town.
You think I could pick one up in a mine? I don't know.
That's what 14.
14.
Nice
You don't.
pick.
You don't see anybody that seems to be keeping watch or anything.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not paying attention to that.
Yeah.
So,
So you press on toward
Mhm.
the mine.
yep.
Okay. It doesn't take long before you can see the spot where the mine entrance was built. The entrance way itself has worn somewhat, but it was, like a wooden frame basically, and most of that is gone. But it seems like the rock that was carved there held its shape pretty well. And you can see as the kind of loose earth starts to be more, a little more shallow, where no doubt hundreds of man hours of people walking across the land here wore away most of the earth long ago. And it's just been slowly replaced as, wind blows it in or rain washes mud. And as you come up to the entrance, you see that the path down into the old mine shaft descends at kind of a sharp angle. One spare stone is now covered in decades of loose earth that's been washed downward by rain. At the mouth of the mine, a set of rusted iron wheels lays in the last remnants of a mine cart, its wood now rotted away to nearly nothing. A heavy silence seems to hang in the air, broken only by the occasional sound of stone shifting or falling somewhere deep inside this carved cavern. The precise origins confounded by the echoing off the hard stone walls, or squeaks of whatever animal life might call these halls home.
I'm gonna try to see if I can hear anything or like maybe perceive anything that might be watching.
Sure.
Oh, this is a charming location.
That's a 9. I see nothing.
Yeah. You hear a bat squeak, or what you think is probably a bat squeak somewhere in there, and you're real fixated on that for the next couple minutes.
Can I cast Ghost Sound as far down the tunnel as I can, just
Sure.
to fuck with them?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
All right.
it's a spell, so there's going to be.
Verbal.
Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just
Does it have verbal components, or is it just
Um,
somatic?
It's both, so I'll do it in Goblin, like
Sure.
looking down at the
Well,
dragon, acting like I'm
it just
talking
means
to
you have to make some verbal sound to do it.
Oh,
It can be in some bizarre arcane elemental tongue or whatever.
okay.
But it does mean that it's not going to be easy to disguise the fact that you are casting a spell.
Dang it.
Sound.
Never mind.
That's what you get.
Troll goblin trolling.
Yes.
At you.
Right.
I mean, you can try.
Actually,
if
I
you
might.
want.
I'm gonna try to do
Okay,
that.
why not?
That's smart.
So the spell
I
is
mean,
free. Make
Yeah.
a stealth roll, I guess.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly what.
Yeah, I think
Might be
for-
deception. Yeah, let's go
Deception, that's
deception.
fine.
Yeah.
I'm rolling perception.
That's a
Yeah,
21.
For those who wish to
Oh, no.
challenge it. Actually,
That's
it might
an
be
8.
against your static. Well, make rolls. I like these sorts of things being contested.
That's an 8.
8.
Yeah, no.
21.
The dwarf knows.
I did 21 too.
To be honest, I'm not sure who is the aggressor in this sort of situation because aggressors win target number ties. So we'll say you definitely noticed that she was doing something when what sort of sound came, by the way? No,
I'm
I
just
mean,
gonna...
what sound are you causing to
Oh, okay. Like little whispers and like just people talking, kind of, but quiet and off in the distance sounding.
Okay. So yeah,
I'm
Well,
remembering my
as
dream,
those
guys.
whispers rise, you sort of notice out of the corner of your eye that the little goblin is doing something, and it seems a little weird, but you can't really like put your finger on what's going on.
Detect magic.
Sure,
Bad.
That word.
Is this in magic?
it's not. What's the duration of ghost sound? I don't remember. I guess if it's an ongoing magical effect, that you would notice that there is a magical aura further in.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing. If
Yeah.
it's ongoing, it's like magic.
Yeah.
If it's one sound and then it's gone and the effect ends, then I guess I don't. But
I don't have that.
That's fine. It should
know.
be long enough for you to notice it with detect magic.
Okay,
Yes,
so
that there is a magical aura of some kind further into the mine shaft.
Just petting the dragon. Here's more food, Sparks. Yeah. Food. Yeah. Good boy. You're such a good boy.
Oh, fuck.
Don't stab me.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
27 to sense motive on that one.
She's clearly deflecting.
Something deep down in them tunnels.
I will say,
Gotta be careful.
With a sense motive that high, she doesn't seem to be malicious so much as mischievous.
Just-
Yeah.
Feeding the dragon.
You're lucky. My sword's in the shop.
No stabby, please.
It's gonna be a good sword.
Let's go towards the magic talking. Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
You guys can go first.
as you start to walk down,
I'm so
well, that's a good question. Who's going first?
I'm pulling up the rear like I normally do.
Okay.
His regard.
I'm rear guard.
Ivan.
I don't
guess
think I should go
I
first.
just start marching forward.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. And you're kind of sticking toward the middle.
Yeah.
And flanking off of Ivan as usual.
So as you,
Oh, and I do one more thing at the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm going to touch like the wall like right inside and do that sigil thing.
okay.
Should I like show what it looks like?
Yeah, sure.
It looks really stupid, but
I'll take it. Or
Can't
actually,
tell
hold it up to
if,
the,
like-
I can hold
board
it to the
cam,
DM
or the
camera.
DM camera.
okay.
This is. Let me see if we can. This is her mystical sigil that she leaves on things.
It's beautiful.
It's Calcifer, guys.
No. It's my face.
Right.
Face has
So,
flames
yeah,
coming
you,
out of it.
You leave that symbol.
I
there
just
for-
kind of like
Oh, okay.
Are you
and keep
are you
walking.
making it visible?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't make any attempt to hide that or anything?
Nope.
You're just-
This is our exit.
Why?
Seems
There
reasonable.
might be more. Now we know where we came from. It's fine.
Everything's
see.
fine.
This is fine.
That's fine.
Plus, they're jerks, so I want to make fun of them and laugh in their face.
Ah,
So,
nice gang sign. Let's go.
So, as you start to walk down into the mine, the sound of your feet scraping earth from a stone echoes off the hard walls, coming back to you like the harsh whispers that may or may not have been in the mine moments ago. It only takes a few steps for the last light of the twin moons to be lost, replaced by the implacable darkness. The roughly hewn walls of the mine on either side are covered in moss and fungus, giving this place a dank and musty scent. And you can feel the cold, moist air chilling your skin. And Tessie will activate her Ring of Rings to cause her bangles to start glowing that pale red that she uses to keep dark vision from being damaged. So that those of us with, no or only low light vision can still see down here.
Not my problem.
Nope, not your problem,
Nope,
not
not
Ivan's
mine
problem. Everybody else, this will be real bad. Because low light vision, you can still see in dim light. This is no light.
So
If I do produce flame, will that give off a light?
It's like a
that I don't
torch,
see?
basically, yeah. You could do that as well.
or
I'll do that for
I have a torch.
Oh.
You
Or
could.
a
That
torch.
Yeah, I mean, more sources of light is never a bad thing, so feel free to.
Yeah.
Can I light it
also
for
a
you?
torch.
Unless you're trying to,
Sure.
sneak in and not be seen.
I'm getting Rent flashbacks.
Just wait till you guys find out.
So,
Oh God.
Ivan first.
Mm-hmm.
Really, everybody but Amelie. You would make a reflex save for me,
Fuck.
please.
A
You
question.
say fuck, you're the one that doesn't have to make the reflex save.
If this is a
So how
trap,
does this
I
work?
have the thing that
It
lets
is
me
not
know
a
that.
trap.
Okay.
How does it work to make that?
Just roll the d20 and your reflex should be up in your saves section near the
Okay,
top
so
there.
Yeah.
20.
Total 20?
Yeah, total 20.
15 for me.
Okay.
Reflex
Yes.
23.
Okay. Ivan,
Yes.
you find that the loose dirt, you basically, all of you hit a spot where the incline suddenly steepens a bit, and the dirt that has rolled down onto it is looser than expected. And both of you manage to catch your footing in time, but Ivan, like the heavier dwarven armor, just isn't meant for this specifically, and you find your feet slide out from under you, and you go skipping like a stone down this path for another 80 or so feet.
Oh.
And
Oh, no.
take
Ouch.
6 points of bludgeoning damage along the way from
Ow.
careening against things while you pick up speed.
Boing,
Okay.
boing, boing,
Boing,
boing.
boing, boing, boing.
I was like, oh, it'll do like 1d6 damage. It'll be fine. Oh, cool. It rolls
Yep.
max. That's fine.
Fine.
And so you land sort of bruised and battered
Mm-hmm.
down here. And for a moment, you've got dark vision, but for a moment, you're disoriented enough that you can't really tell what's around you.
Uh-huh.
What are the rest of you doing?
Ivan, are you okay?
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh,
Shoddy
darn.
goddamn goblin and human tunnels.
You went first. Sorry. That's
Open my medical kit, pull out just some salve for the bruises
Sure.
and stuff, and treat wounds myself.
Yep.
Gonna move.
11.
That is not enough.
Dad.
You
No.
pull it out, and as you're rubbing it on,
Turns out I landed directly on the medical kit.
it's more that your dark vision doesn't give you color,
Yeah.
and you actually kind of rely on that to tell exactly which thing is which in your medical kit,
Uh-huh.
and you pull out the wrong thing, and you put it on your skin, and it stings like a motherfucker.
That was the alcohol swab.
oh no.
Duh, whatever. Let's go.
Yeah, starts to slowly
So
Yeah. I'm gonna carry
work
it
our way
down
down.
as the rest of you manage it now that you're kind of aware of the dangers. You manage to get down
Don't
there,
trust goblin tunnels.
and as Ivan picks himself up,
You don't know good earthwork.
you find yourselves at a dead end, where the ceiling of the mine has fallen in, and that's what you bashed into at the end of your fall. It's fallen in from decades of neglect, creating a solid wall of rubble across the narrow path leading further down.
Can I use detect magic to see if there's a magic entrance that they use?
Sure.
Okay, I'll do that.
You don't sense anything magical other than the magic around you of people using light-like spells. I will take perception checks from really anyone at this point. I'm willing to expand my normal 2 people thing.
That's
18?
24.
Okay.
I'm blinded by the torch.
I got
Amelie,
7.
you're on top of it tonight, and you are the first one to notice, kind of just by chance, that on the wall on the left left side, there's a spot that looks weird. At first, you think it's just kind of the way the walls are carved, because they're really like roughly done. This was not meant to be pretty; it was just meant to stay up.
Mm-hmm.
But then, as you get closer, you realize that it looks like there's a spot on the wall that's simply not really part of the wall.
Is it like a hole or like a door?
It's maybe 3.5 feet up, and kind of looks like it could be covering a hole.
So I'm gonna move it.
Okay. Roll an athletics check for me, please.
That is a 12.
It's still enough. It's not a lot of rock.
Okay.
You manage to get your fingers just barely like prying this little kind of stone cover off of what now looks like a hole.
Mhm.
It's maybe 3.5 feet up. Maybe 4 once you get past the entrance.
Mm-hmm.
But further in, there looks like there's this little tunnel.
I found a tunnel.
Can you fit in it?
It's goblin-sized.
You can, in fact, go into something that small. It will be slow and uncomfortable, but you could crawl through it.
I can.
Do you want me to go through instead?
It is up to
Maybe
you.
we all need to go through.
Maybe
There
there's
seems
something
to
on
be
the other
nothing
side.
else on this end.
You first. I like how that happened last time, so you first.
Duh. I will crouch down. I'll start crawling through, and I'll have my shield up in front of her. Crawling through with
Yeah,
the shield.
you don't have as much trouble as
Yeah.
like Emmeline or Amelie would, because while you're too big, you're not that much too big for
Yeah.
this tunnel. And the rest of you follow, I assume.
Yeah.
So you manage to kind of get down low enough, and for Amelie specifically, this is a problem. But
army
your
crawling.
monk training
Yeah.
makes you flexible enough that you're essentially doing the chest crawl
Yeah.
down this little tunnel.
Earthworm.
Yeah, and it's maybe 25, 30 feet long, so it's not terrible.
Okay.
Good thing I'm
Well-
not claustrophobic.
How do you know?
Because you went in the tunnel.
You've now been making will saves.
True that.
But after that 30-ish feet, you find another spot, another kind of quickly made entrance that widens just beyond it looks basically like someone carved their way through this stone and just kind of like carved out a rough spot. But once you're out, you find that you're kind of in a 7-ish foot high stone arch. And beyond this short tunnel, you emerge into a new passage. The scent of mold and dampness saturates the air almost chokingly now. Definitely more concentrated than it was in the last passage, as though this place hasn't gotten fresh air in a very long time. But the walls beneath the layer of fungus and mold are cut stone now. Carefully crafted mason work, which, while chipped and worn in places, remains largely intact. And the hallway here is significantly wider than the mine shaft you had just come out of. And it proceeds onward once more into the darkness, a long hallway.
Well,
I say we're continuing.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put another sigil by that passage so that we know it's there.
Yep, you get another little flamey face.
Yes.
Okay.
out of curiosity, are you using the sigil spell to do
Yes.
that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yes. Fun.
So yeah, as you guys start moving, at the risk of giving you guys a metagaming opportunity, Paul, what's the range on Trap Finder?
That is a real good question. I don't remember it actually saying a range on it.
Well,
Last thing.
it's a
or-
class
Yeah,
feat.
it's a class
It's a
feature.
first level class feat.
I really don't remember seeing
That's
any
fine.
range.
Just roll perception.
Oh, here we go. It's this passage. Even if you aren't searching, you get a check to find traps that normally require you to be searching. You still need to meet any other requirements to find the trap.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just he gets to roll perception checks to find them, even if he didn't
Sure.
declare.
So
"I am
it's
looking
as
for
far
traps."
away as he would normally be able to
Yeah.
see it, which in this case is probably about 30 feet, because that's generally the range of the search action.
Well, also because of low light vision and
Yeah.
torch. That's as far as I can see anyway.
Sure.
Yeah. So it would be 21, 22.
Okay. Just a split second before Ivan would step down on a specific spot on the floor, you have this sort of like alarm go off at the back of your head as you see something out of the corner of your eye that looks wrong in a basic sense
Gotcha.
that he's about to step on.
I'm gonna like kind of do one of those like arm shoulder grab
Yeah.
things, and
Sure.
if I have to, I will literally tackle him over as much
Okay.
as I can to get him to not step there. Like, look out!
I will go with whatever he's doing.
Sure. So yeah, she manages to grab you and sort of like push you aside just in time. And let me get another perception check out of you for sort of the specific thing.
Also, well, if I get the +1 from trap finding,
Yes.
22 again.
Yeah. You look down and you see what is definitely a pressure plate built into the floors. And it's been sort of covered in years of dust and mold. But now that you're looking at it closely, it's definitely there.
Looking around, do I see anything that looks out of place on the walls?
Off on the left, there is a hole about yay big that doesn't seem to serve any purpose, but is approximately in line with this pressure plate.
Yeah, this would have been a bad thing to step on.
Is just one spot, or are there other?
It's
As
a fairly
files.
wide plate. You guys could try and get around it, but it would be
I have an idea.
And you
Can I-
disarm.
No. Can I use prestidigitation to like make like little things to like put on the slot until it clicks down?
prestidigitation doesn't make real things. It's sort of
It
It
can
says
make
that it
small
makes-
little lumps of material.
Create temporary
Okay.
object or negligible. Oh my god, I can't talk. Negligible. There you go.
Oh,
Bulk.
okay. Right.
So
Quick question
More
about the hole.
Thinking old
yeah,
rules.
can't talk at all.
Is it directly in line with the plate? Is like
It's like
A
maybe
square
half a
foot?
step ahead of the plate,
okay?
as though it was designed to go off and hit somebody as they strode forward.
Yeah. Oh, we could probably just try and trigger it and see if it resets itself.
Right. That was kind of what I was gonna do by like making the things to like see
Sure.
if they can like pile on enough to
Yeah.
trigger it.
It would take a little while, but you could probably eventually you would make.
Or if there's
enough.
like
Take
rocks
short bow.
around.
Take
It's-
short bow.
yeah.
Pushes
I mean,
plate down.
it would probably be more efficient to use like a short bow or a stick
That's
of some
fine.
kind. But yeah,
Yeah,
Can I just lean back and put my foot on it?
you could.
If you
could
want
try
to.
that too.
Do
short
not.
bow.
Okay.
A little bit of extra space. Short bow.
We're going with short bow play.
Yeah.
Not gonna
Okay.
try and disarm it.
Make like a reflex save and roll not a 1, please.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Okay.
And I get a +2, so that's like
Cool.
a lot.
27, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
Yeah, you lean back as you reach out with your short bow and press down on the plate. And at first nothing happens. Then you lean a little harder as you realize that it takes a fair amount of weight to actually cause this plate to depress. And then maybe 8 inches in front of your face now, a spear shoots out of the wall and hits the opposite wall. It sort of sticks there for a moment with the sheer force causing the head of the spear to penetrate into the stone. wobbles there a few times before finally clattering down to the ground.
I still have the force down, or did I let up on the button when it?
That's up to you. Do you want to let up?
I want to hold it down, honestly, and see if it fires again. And now that I know where about head level it's going to fire, I'm going to duck down under where that is. Kind of wait a few seconds here if I hear any mechanisms.
Doesn't sound like anything is still going.
Okay, so then I'll gesture for people to get across
I'm going
the plate while it's still
to,
depressed.
before people start stepping on it, step on it a few more times.
Are you letting up on it for him to step on it?
No, I'm
Oh, yeah.
keeping the weight down. I want that plate
Okay.
pressed down so that it doesn't trigger a second time.
Okay.
I'm gonna put a sigil on the plate so we
Sure.
know it's there for when we come back.
That's the most
Don't
out of
forget.
nowhere useful spell.
I know. I love it.
Okay, yeah, I'll go across.
Okay.
It's like the breadcrumbs from Hansel
Yeah.
and Gretel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Except glowing weird little faces.
Yep.
It's the best.
You probably noticed that a lot of my equipment has the image of the marshal on it, which looks like it's probably been sigiled on at some point.
Nice.
So I like that spell too. I just used it to basically emblazon all of my shit with marshal shit. Like,
It's just so much
so
fun.
the symbol of the marshal. It's my holy symbol. So now everything I have has my holy symbol on it, including
Okay.
Morgan. I've got my holy
So-
symbol.
All of you
on your
managed to
forehead.
get across the plate. And then, how are you doing it?
Well, I know about height-wise where it's going to
You're
shoot.
just going to kind of stay below it?
Yeah, I'm just going to stay below
and when
it
he's
and,
starting to go across, I'll put my foot on it to keep it held down.
Okay. Yeah, so you managed to hold it down long enough for Emmeline to get her way across. And yeah, once you're on the other side, once you take the weight off of it,
Yeah.
clicks audibly back into place.
I'm going to step on it again without, like, lean back, step on it without my head in the
Sure.
position where it is.
Another spear shoots.
Okay.
We'll just have to remember not to step on this on the way back.
Yep.
Yes.
And then
the
when you
sigil.
lift it up the second time, actually make me a perception check, Ivan, because you would be the one still furthest back.
20.
Okay. As you step on it a second time, you hear back the way you came a little way, the sound of something like metal sliding against stone.
It's a trap.
Metal sliding against stone. Back to.
Yep. And there's an audible,
Like clack.
firm sort of clung.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
from
stuck
the
in
end
here
of the
now.
hall.
Well,
There's others.
And then
I appreciate the fact that you had sigils.
Yeah, I tried.
I need
Tried.
everyone to make perception checks for me.
Goodness.
Because
No.
12.
I am also going to pick up the spear. One of the spears.
Sure.
That's smart.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about handing you one, but I wasn't sure if they were like actual spears or they were like trap spears.
Like poison and stuff.
Oh,
Well, no, just like in terms of if it's like a trap spear, which would only be like this long, or if it's like a full.
I mean, it's not like a long spear or anything. Like
I know.
It's not going to be great, but it's
Like a
But
short spear.
it's a simple melee weapon which I am
Yeah.
proficient in,
yes,
and it's not a dagger.
that's fair.
It does a d6 instead of a d4.
Sure.
Yeah.
Um.
And you
Okay.
can throw it.
Yes.
So let me get.
It might be dulled a bit though now.
Yeah, it's fine. It'll serve its purpose.
I do really want to make a spear fighter at some point.
Oh, nice. Spear is not a long spear; it's one-handed.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, short spears have always been one-handed.
Yeah, I was thinking it was a long spear.
There'd be a lot of extra spear to put into a trap.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, so
We're gonna die.
as everybody gets their perception checks done,
Looks so cool.
Fancy.
get.
Getting,
It's gonna be great because I'm not gonna be able to see super well over these walls myself. You are toward
Yay.
the back where the
that's
trap
why you always
was.
say you turn the board camera on. I just use that.
Speaking of,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Here-ish. Emmeline was with you at the trap. Amelie can be like here. You and Sparks. Like there-ish.
Oh no.
I'll let you move kind of down into this spot if you prefer. If you would stay more like
Yeah.
concealed.
I would not want to be in front.
You might be able to see this better than I can actually. Maybe I'll just turn it like this so that I can see it.
There you go.
We'll see if that works with the board cam. Okay.
Great.
Why is it still making noise?
Oh, not too bad. Let's move this down here a bit. So the board cam can see. That's where you guys are. If coming running further down from the hallway, you all see a couple of figures emerge.
Oh, those look fun.
So I hand you your dagger back.
It's actually
It's actually Tessie's dagger.
Oh, that's right. It was Tussie's.
because I had 3 daggers and you did not give me, and I didn't give you any of
That's
them.
right. I hand Tessie her dagger back and pick up
Sure.
the spear.
Hey, two of them are family related and 2 of them are comfort related.
Oh my goodness.
I need all of them.
Okay. So, further down the hallway, let's roll a d20 and add perception.
Yeah.
And then, speaking of which, is anybody above 20?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, 20 to 15.
Yep.
1 second. 17 for them is 23.
Bro, fight the power.
Okay, sorry, 20 to 15?
16.
16 for Emily. Okay, 15, 10.
Oh, well, I was 19.
Oh, okay, sorry, 19 for Ivan.
Yeah, fast dwarf.
Between 15 and 10? What you got?
12.
12.
Fire Goblin goes last.
What are you at?
5.
Yeah!
Yeah.
She was busy sigilling
3
things.
at
Woo.
5.
Behold the curse of the sorcerer.
Yeah.
Always last.
Still faster than the last little goblin.
Bad.
Too busy tagging things.
Okay. So, you see down at the end of the hallway this little group come running out. And the first one you see is a little goblin, kind of similar to some of the ones you fought in that little raiding party, with, you know, his little dog slicer and his shield and his kind of very light makeshift armor. But then right behind him, you see these significantly taller creatures, easily 5 feet tall. It's hard at this distance to tell exactly how high they go, but they're much taller. They still have, you can just barely make out goblinoid features cast in gray skin under heavy hide armor with solid blackened wooden shields and well-made long swords.
I like none of those things.
Same.
None of those things.
I'll
Speaking
declare
of which,
black.
it's one of their turns.
Yay.
He is going to run up and take his shot at Amelie's back.
Oh, yay. I love how the music is matching up with the scene.
That's why I put music there. Yes.
We entered from back here.
No, you guys entered from up here.
Okay.
Little doorway right there.
Yeah. Nope, that's gonna miss. You manage to see him coming just in time to kind of duck under the first strike with his longsword. And the second one is a natural one. He swings even wider.
Nice.
He was clearly not prepared for such an unarmored looking opponent to be quite so slippery.
Nimble.
Yes. So his friend is going to come in to attempt to assist as well.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
Yay, friend.
He sees a little goblin.
Let's be friends. In Goblin.
Let's be friends.
I brought you these people for sacrifice. Love me.
That's cocked.
You brought
Which
yourself
is a shame
sacrifice.
because
That's
it would have
wonderful.
been real. Nope. Man, these guys cannot hit for shit.
Just so small. Hit me.
There we go. That's minus. Oh, that's actually not that great. So that's a 16.
Oh, I'm at 16. So
Okay.
he hit.
Yay.
So
Right.
finally, after
Great.
slashing out, he manages to get a decent stab at you, right in the shoulder, for 11 points of piercing damage,
Oh!
as he
I
rolls
like that.
maximum damage on his longsword.
Of course he did. No. Ouch. Help. Ow!
Little goblin friend.
Aw, friend.
Okay.
I am cute.
And then-
Thank you.
Yes. Quite adorable.
Emily's far too
He's
trusting.
sort of stroke team.
Goblin friend, goblin acquaintance, goblin yet to be stabbed.
Yeah, goblin not currently enemy.
Dragon that likes you.
He's gonna use
Yeah.
goblin scuttle.
Likes.
He likes your flavor.
God. Shut up, Charlie.
Just has to be convinced that you're not actually food.
Hasn't happened yet.
Maybe this fight will convince him when I smash someone's head in.
So, the little
Someone who's
team
bigger
of,
than him.
of archers moves up, and they. Oh wow, that's a bigger die than I thought.
What?
I thought they were D8 weapons. They're not.
Oh no.
Yay.
They
Don't
start
kill
taking
me.
shots. They'll take one at Amelie. That's a miss. I'm assuming 14 misses you.
Yes.
Take a second one.
Wait. Yep.
That's like 12 because of no, it's not quite that bad. It's -4, so 8 plus 8 is 16.
Nope.
Okay. And the other one, next one will take a couple of shots at Tessie. That's gonna hit.
Oh, we still have our bard.
Oh no, Tessie.
for 6. As you see one of the longbows shoot out an arrow that's sort of sticks solidly in Tessie's shoulder.
Ooh.
She takes a fair amount of damage compared to, halfling bard kinds of health pools. And the last one. Well, I can't see Ivan over Amelie, so it'll go Emily.
Dead.
Oh, that's a 22 to hit Emmeline. You take 9. And -4 is 7 plus 8 is 15. Okay. So you get nailed solidly by an arrow, and sort of the recoil of the hit gets you out of the way for the next shot. This backline is goblins, but they seem a little more acute than you would normally expect a squad of random goblin rabble to be.
Yeah.
And these guys are definitely formation tactics kinds of creatures. Okay. So that puts us at Ivan.
Okay. I am going to.
Cry.
Can I? I'm gonna move behind the one right in front of me, the big boy right in
This
front of
guy?
me. Yeah, I'm just gonna move straight 15 feet to be behind him.
Okay. He is going to take an attack of opportunity against you.
Okay. If he can do that, and the other one probably also can take an attack of opportunity against me, since I'm moving directly next to him.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh.
Where'd my D8 go? There it is.
Are you moving out of the threatened range?
First one is a 21 to hit.
What?
21 hits
Yeah.
for 5.
Okay.
Second one is 22 to hit for 7.
Yep.
Okay, but you do manage to get behind him, and you are currently flanking with Scree.
Um,
Going to turn you to be more aggressively facing him.
I am going to stab guy in front of me.
Sounds good.
$23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. For 5 damage. And then I am going to raise my shield.
Okay. Yeah, you get in behind him and sort of stab in a spot where it looks like two of the sort of sections of hide armor are meeting. You are shorter than this goblinoid, and that is not a thing you are used to.
No.
But it makes it easier to stab between sections of its armor.
I'll take it.
And then you bring up your shield to brace yourself for what you think is probably going to be a counterattack. That's Ivan done. Emmeline.
Okay. Emmeline is going to kind of try and pull Tessie and switch places with her. If that's an action that I can do.
I don't think that is an action you can do. I mean,
Okay.
you
You
could
probably do two.
you could take an action to sort of grapple her and drag her backwards.
And then, yeah, and then
So that'd
do
be
a move
a
action.
grab and the move action to pull her back, and then another to move back up into her place. But that would be like your whole turn doing it.
Okay. Well, in that case, first I'm going to drop my bow as a free action,
Sure.
draw my weapons, and I'm
Okay.
just going to parkour over this whole thing.
Sounds good. So that's one action to draw.
Yeah. One action to draw, one action to parkour.
Okay.
I am
You're getting
going-
in behind.
Yes.
Sort of clean up position a little bit.
Avoiding them attacks of
17.
opportunities.
Well, they already used their
Yeah,
reactions.
well, either.
Yeah. Mostly it's
Even
just a
so.
scramble around
Yeah.
them. And that lets me get one flanking attack in.
Yeah.
One stab. Ooh. How does a 23 sound?
Sounds like a hit.
Actually, because it's flat-footed too. So 11 damage.
Okay.
Just for clarification. Oh wait, never mind.
Yeah.
The one right in front of me. The one
You
attacking
managed
Tessie.
to get him good. You actually sort of stab down right beneath the helmet,
Oof.
sort of sink it into the spot where the shoulder meets the neck,
kind of in mid-flip.
Yeah.
Just like,
and he gives this sort of grating kind of a groan. It's got kind of the squeakiness of goblins, but somehow deeper and more awful.
really wish I had one more action.
But you don't. Amelie.
don't.
Okay.
One of these is very dangerous.
Oh, okay. Whirl around, like, so I'm facing whoever's trying to, like, attack me.
Sure.
Oh, wait. Is it 2 actions for me to whirl and then get a
Doesn't
tiger?
cost. Facing isn't a thing. So
Okay.
you are facing whichever direction you wish to be.
It's 1 action to whirl. No, I'm kidding.
You can spend an action spinning in place if you want. Like,
No, thank you.
but it's not required.
No, thank you. So then I'm gonna get into tiger stance.
Okay.
So that's 1.
Yep.
All right, and then I'm going to do a tiger slash at dude on my left. So I
This
can,
one? Oh, that would be your right. So this
Really
is.
on
wanted
my
to run up and get
Oh, so this one?
Valve
Okay.
archery
Yeah.
round,
Same one
so
that
I
I'm
want them
saying.
all focusing on.
That is 19.
Okay. That misses. Just. Oh, Nate, he's flat-footed. That hits.
Yes.
Yes, he is flat-footed against you specifically.
Yes. All right. 1d8. That's for. Wait, 1d8 plus 4, right? Or is it just?
Yeah. Well, it's a D8 plus your plus 4 plus your strength modifier.
Okay, so yeah, so 8 damage.
Okay. You got another attack on there?
Yes. I'm going to attack the other one with tiger slash.
Do you want to use your flurry of blows?
No.
Okay.
Ah. Just gonna go swipe. Because I'm not swiper, so I can swipe. So ha. That is a 27? No. That's a 23.
23 still hits?
Yes.
19 minus
Wait, minus
4.
4? Because it's my. It's not flurry of blows though.
Yeah, you still take the attack
Okay.
for having attacked once this turn.
So what is it then? 20.
It would be 19.
19?
It still hits.
Okay, cool. All right, so then. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, no. That is 7 damage.
7. Okay.
Punch.
Math. Yeah, you whirl around to face them, and nail the first one like straight across the side of the face, right inside where the side of the helmet is. And you connect solidly, like he is reeling after that hit. And then you just kind of get the other one with an elbow in the gut as you're coming back around. And that puts us at Scree.
How does flanking work?
As long as you are opposite from one of your teammates, they get -2 to their armor.
Cool. I'm going to use Produce Flame, and I'm going to try to melee attack him with it.
Sounds good. That is your spell attack modifier.
So that's a 24.
That is very much a hit.
Hang on. It matters if it's like a... Is it a crit success? How does that work?
What was the total again?
24.
It is not.
Okay, cool.
It would matter, but in this case, it
Yeah, I
Because
just
it's
don't
like
know
a
how that
plus
works.
10 thing.
Yeah, it's fairly close given that she's flanking, but it's not quite. Is it with cast modifier? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
You're flanking.
so... How
Yeah.
would be...
1d4 plus 4.
Okay, so 4 plus 4, so 8
Did you
damage.
roll 4?
Yeah.
Nice.
Woo.
Describe it.
Really?
Yep.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Okay, so she makes this like little ball, and she, oh my god, I don't know, just kind of like shove it like up his crotch,
I love it.
and just to like make it like bird, and then I'll like look down at the dragon and be like, food. Yes.
Okay. So they are in fact wearing sort of loincloth things
Oh,
over the
God.
drapes of their
Yes.
armor. It's fairly common for any heavy armor to have that sort of thing if they don't have kind of a codpiece, I guess. Like there's really no other way to say that. And they're wearing it, and you basically take the ball of flame, shove it up there, and it lights this thing on fire, like this entire loincloth on fire, and he just starts writhing as what was probably like particularly dry and dusty cloth just goes up.
No, it's dry and
And
dusty up
starts
there.
burning crotch first and
Yes.
collapses down.
Gold Bond
So
ain't gonna
good.
reduce that fucking flaming.
Charlie, no.
And Sparks goes, "Oh," and goes in and starts biting at this fallen
Yes.
creature.
Corpse.
Cooked meat.
So good. Wow, that
Let's
took
do
up
their
a
special
few.
shit. Let's just say.
Okay, that'll be my turn.
Okay. Well, we'll say that your third action is spent giving Sparks the actions he needs to go and start eating.
Sorry. Okay. Sounds good. Nom nom.
What a show.
Mm,
Sparks
burnt
is over
crotch.
here eating some dude.
Yes.
Screw that gives us this guy. He's rethinking his life choices, but he can't bleed. Emmeline
Yeah.
and Ivan too. You guys can make me a free perception check.
Perception is green dice.
Yes.
12.
13.
Nope. Never mind.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Don't
I
like
rolled
that.
bad.
That's a miss.
I rolled
That's also a
moderate.
miss. This little goblin comes running up behind you, Emmeline, and starts vigorously stabbing at your back. And just like you feel the scraping of this little dog slicer against your armor. And it's just not getting him
Dull.
anywhere. He's
Like-
clearly not particularly trained in how to deal with enemy armor. He's probably only fought other goblins.
You should be like
Yeah.
lower. No, higher. Higher.
Right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
There it is. I don't even have that much armor. I have like 1 AC worth of armor.
Dog slicer, back scratcher. Come on, what's the?
Yeah.
Yeah, but your dex mod is high.
It is very
And
high.
he rolled real bad. Like, I think the higher of the two was a total of 12.
I'm very dodgy.
Yeah. So, that brings us back to this guy who finds himself boxed in and is displeased.
Aww.
Poor dude.
So he is going to attack Emmeline for
No.
18 to hit.
No, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Emmeline is dodgy.
We're going to give you... You know what? Nope. He's going to go with just the one attack. And then he's going to start moving out of the way.
Although he is flanking with me, I should say.
Oh, yeah. I probably should have said that. That makes a hit. Because that would have been 11 points
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
piercing. So he gets you kind of in the gut with his longsword, and then just sort of uses that to shove you up against Ivan and hold you there as he walks around beside you.
Oh, hi.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He'll kind of insinuate, he'll sort of shove himself in between his back line. And then he raises his shield. Archers. They loose their next volley.
Mm-mm.
And they'll take Ivan for 22 to hit.
That hits.
Damn.
2 damage.
Yeah.
2 damage.
You basically, an arrow kind of nicks you in the shoulder,
Ah.
and you wouldn't have even felt it through the chain, except it like kind of bruises, like it hits at just the right spot. Where
It,
just sort of
it hits my
bruises
bruise.
the
It
joint.
hits my bruise from the fall.
Exactly.
Ow.
And it hurts.
Why?
Blech.
9 plus 8 is 17.
Nope.
Okay. Nope, even worse. That's 1 down.
Dead.
We got the second one. It'll take a shot at Amelie. Well, that's pretty good. 23
Yeah, that hits.
or 4.
He says with a question mark.
Some weird stuff happens sometimes, guys. I'm not tracking every modifier in my head. That's not good. Oh, that's not bad. No, but after the modifiers, it's terrible. So it's like a 14.
Yeah, nope.
Okay, and the last one, the one at Scree.
No.
That's a total of 19 to hit for
Hits.
a single point of damage.
Good.
It actually, like, the arrow actually hits the floor and shatters, and you just kind of get nicked in the leg
Like
by
a
a piece of
splinter.
shattering arrowhead.
The arrowhead just kind of bounces off and I cut it. It's like, ow.
They did a lot more damage last round.
Right.
Yeah, they rolled a lot higher last
Yeah.
round. Second one, again against Amelie for 25.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
For 4. This one kind of nails you in the arm and just kind of scores the bicep.
Ah.
And then the last one they'll
That
do
stinks.
at Tessie. And miss hilariously. I'm sorry, that was actually a 20 to hit, not a 24. They've got the
Yeah, that
negatives
still
on the
hits.
second attack. Okay. And that ends them. Ivan.
There is a big dude next to me, right?
Nope. There
Nope,
is
he
a
just
there
walked
is
his
a
way out.
dude kind of diagonal from you. There is an Emmeline next to you. I guess their color schemes are kind of similar.
That's hard to see on the tiny
Yeah.
screen here. I can only see that over there. Can I move to be flanking with big dude?
With Emmeline?
The big dude walked his way
Flanking
out.
here?
Yeah.
Oh, the big dude walked his way out.
Yeah, he walked
Yeah, he
back
did.
to the archers.
Oh, then yeah, I'm gonna go flank with Emmeline.
Okay.
And I'm gonna stab me a goblin.
Sounds good.
Goblin. What's the kebab? Goblin kebab.
That's a 26.
That hits.
And 6 damage.
Sounds good.
And then I'm gonna raise my shield.
Yep. Actually, right before your turn was supposed to be Tessie, but I'll get to it after your turn. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, you raise your shield. Tessie gets an action. She actually kind of ducks back behind. 2, 3, 4, perfect. She will inspire courage. And for her third action, she's going to like kind of duck down to be better covered. And then
Hear me!
Emmeline.
Hear me! I really do not want to be in range of these archers. I'm gonna, I guess, take out this goblin that's been trying to stab me in the back.
Sounds good.
How to say 22 hit sound to hit.
Sounds like it hits hard.
8 damage.
Okay. Describe how you murder this goblin.
She's been like stabbed in the gut from the other one that walked off, and he just like kind of runs back that way, and she can't quite get to it, so she just kind of like turns around and stabs this guy as she's moving
Sure.
her, like kind of offhandedly almost, because he's been like dodging. It's like, get the fuck That is one action.
Yep.
And yeah, I think I am gonna do this. So,
Do it.
kind of enraged at the other guy that just stabbed me,
Mhm.
I'm going to cast Produce Flame.
Sounds good. That's 2 more
Yay.
actions.
Is
Make a spell attack roll against him. He is
it
well
misses
within your
horribly.
first range.
Misses horribly.
By how much?
By a lot. It's it's still an attack, so yeah, it's like 7.
Okay, so that puts us at Amelie.
Okay.
You could get up to anywhere in this line in a single action if you wish.
You're good. I was gonna hold it for you.
I mean, you can go stand next to her. It's not going to do much. Yeah, you just have nothing to punch from there. You could, with that first action, you could get all the way up to any of those spaces.
Do they have any cover mechanics
Yes.
They
in
do.
this?
You have to take cover though.
Yeah, that's what Tessie just did.
Okay.
Am I in front of the one that
It's an action.
lets hit his shield or no?
Yes, you are. That's this guy right here.
Where?
Diagonal to him.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to move to maybe grab his shield and try to use it against him.
You can try and grapple. Yeah.
Let me try that. See what happens. That being, hold on a second.
That's athletics.
Your little goblins just punch him.
I'm trying to remember what Titan Wrestler does.
Titan Wrestler allows you to grapple things that are much larger than you are. This-
Okay,
These
so
things
in
are
this
much
case,
smaller.
he is the same
Yeah,
size.
so
He's
that-
actually. I mean,
Oh,
he's not
this is the
as
big-
tall,
the
but
big
he is
guy.
the same size category.
Okay.
Yes.
He is
Little
a
goblins are
medium
much
crit.
smaller than the big orc. They
That
would need Titan
fails.
Wrestler.
Hold on. That's, you said that's athletics?
Yes.
That'll be a 13. So no.
No.
Dang.
You reach out and try and kind of get him over his shield, but he pulls his shield up in the way, and you can tell this guy's got training.
Okay.
This is not just a random goblinoid.
Then I'm gonna try to sweep his feet out from under him.
It's a trip attack.
Yes.
Okay. That's athletics again, and it's going to get the -4. Actually, it's a -5.
-5.
It's fine.
Wow.
Doesn't have
Yeah,
the
that's
agile
terrible.
trait. Okay.
No, that's not happening.
So got the third attack. No, you moved. So that's all your actions.
Yes.
Tessie. It's gonna move up. Here-ish. She doesn't know any healing magic.
Oh no!
He'll get it. You'll get healing.
Lyrics.
You will get healing.
Clerics.
She's a bard. She
You
doesn't
need
have
to
to.
She had a
Oh,
heal
no,
spell
I'm-
the first adventure, didn't she?
What's that?
She had a heal spell the first time we adventured, didn't she?
In the stuff we did in the pre-tests.
Oh,
but
Yeah,
she,
and-
she didn't take it in the
And
final.
the things that didn't
Damn it.
actually.
Yeah.
exist.
Then she will cast
Next level, I'm gonna have a lot more healing.
Sorry.
telekinetic projectile.
Next level, I'm gonna take combat medic.
At level 4, I'm
Oh,
gonna
you
have-
fancy,
Actually,
huh?
at level 4, I'm gonna have a ton of healing. Like a ton.
Yep, that misses.
Just don't right now, because I'm only level 2.
Scree.
Ooh, yay.
Get them on fire.
Fire, fire, fire.
Oh no, she's in the way. Sorry.
You're what, 2 feet tall?
You
Read.
could
Or well, like maybe next to her.
go
Yeah.
right here.
You could go like
But then they can
next
hit
to
you
my
back.
legs.
They could hit you back, yes.
Yes.
You're,
And
you're
you're
looking
missing
for
a
a
perfectly
burning
good
hands angle.
opportunity to
Right.
barbecue. That'll have to work.
If I do that burning hands, is that gonna hit her?
No.
I feel
Solid
so betrayed
opportunity.
by you.
I use
Damn.
burning
I can
hands.
say whatever I want out
You
of
can
here.
burning hands these 3 or these 3.
I will definitely hit whatever one has the shield for sure.
That he's going to be in either direction. It's
Okay.
whether do you want to hit this goblin or this goblin.
I'll hit.
These 3? Okay. Go nuts.
Okay.
That is a reflex save on their part, I believe.
Yes.
Okay. For the bigger
Imitation.
guy, that's good. He succeeds with a. I'm assuming. I mean, your DC can't be that high.
It's 18.
That's really good. But still, he succeeds with a 24.
Okay.
But not critically succeeds like I was
Ow.
hoping he might. But
Whew.
18, Jesus.
Yep.
The little guys, they also succeed.
Ow.
Wow.
He rolled a natural 18 and he rolled a natural 17.
That's unfortunate.
How much damage does it do on a success though? Probably half. Most of those spells will do half damage.
That deals 1d4 damage plus casting mod.
Yeah.
6.
Okay.
So 3.
Describe how you're killing the other big guy.
Yes.
He had 1 hit point. That's why he went to his back line.
Sweet. I kind of want, like, is he still holding that shield up?
Yeah.
Okay, so I kind of want to, like, just do a cone like this, and then have the shield
It killed
get
another
really
thing.
super hot, and then
Goblins are
start melting
sentient
his hands off and
creatures.
just have it, like, collapse onto
Oh,
him, if that's
God.
possible.
How much was the total damage to them? I'm sorry.
It was 6.
6 total?
Yeah.
Describe how you're killing the other 2 as well. They're the little goblins with 6
They're
hit
just
points.
gonna just go back
Dad.
in
Yep.
flames, yeah.
he like his body like collapses on top of them and they lay screaming, burning to death in the wreckage of Goblin Pile.
Just gonna tell my
Friggin'
dragon more food.
sorcerers.
Food.
I don't think you
So
gotta-
much food.
He's still back there eating the first.
Dad.
He's a tiny god, tiny friggin' predator.
Like half
Oh,
a thigh and
God.
be done.
God damn. Sorcerer.
Oh, sorcerers are so good.
Okay, well now we are down to a single goblin archer as we move
Nice.
to. Nope, he's dead.
Dad.
Ah, he's running. He's gonna flee
Smart.
further back inside.
How far,
He just
how
saw,
far
like-
can he run?
He's got a speed of 25, so he can take 3 actions,
Oh.
75
Damn.
each.
He gone.
Yeah,
God.
and I think nobody else is faster than he is yet.
Wait, is he 60 foot away?
He will
ish?
be by the end of the turn. He'll be 75.
Okay.
Technically 80 because he was 5 feet away from it to begin with.
Gotcha. Mm.
but- God. Okay.
I wanted to throw my
Fire.
spear at him, but the spear only has a 20-foot range.
Aw. Darn.
So.
I think range increments. I don't know how
Coward.
that works though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would take significant penalties. And by the end of the round, somebody might be able to hit him with a bow. If somebody wants to make a bow attack on their next action.
I dropped my bow. It's on the trap over there. I have to go
Okay.
back and get it. Also, I'm dying. So
That's fair.
I
You might
will-
still be able to
Probably
get him with Produce
heal.
Flame. What's the range on Produce Flame?
30 feet.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
yeah,
on my turn, at the very least,
Yeah.
before combat ends, I'm gonna battle medic. Three
Sure.
people, like me and him, and I think I need to move to get to him, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna battle medic me and him and her, him in, as in Paul,
Yes.
but her as in
As in the
Alan.
character. Just remember
Yeah.
your battle medicing the character.
Yes, I'm gonna battle. No, I'm battle medicing Paul. Paul, lie down.
Ivan Magic just like comes out of the board. Like, oh, okay.
You need healing.
I feel so much better now.
But yeah, I'm
I
gonna battle
don't.
medic me and her, and I think I need to move together, so the move will be the third action. But like,
Sure.
so for me, yeah, it's enough. For Amelie, yeah, it should be a 17. So
Thank you.
for me, I heal 9.
Okay.
You heal
9.
6.
Okay.
I'm gonna pop my healing potion.
Sure.
Cool.
You restore, that was a lesser? So
It's
you
a
get,
minor, right? So 1d8.
Oh, it's a minor?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever's listed there.
Okay.
I thought lesser was 1d8 and minor
I
was
got an
2d8.
8.
But yeah, that's fine.
Never
yeah.
happens for me.
Minor is 1d8.
Okay. I forget which rank is which. Okay.
That guy that I lit his crotch on fire,
Sure.
does his face still have like skin and stuff? Did
Oh,
he
yeah.
like
Yeah,
okay,
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
He died, but he didn't like.
sigil his face.
Sure.
Dad.
So nobody's chasing after the little running
No.
goblin?
No.
Okay.
Nah, we're running.
Nope, he's gonna
Board.
go and warn his buddies.
It's fine.
Whatever buddies.
I
are.
will. So I think we take a moment to heal.
Yes. Please.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to take out my lantern.
Sure.
You see, I pull this large kind of bullseye lantern, the kind you'd find in mines and stuff with the hood, and I open the little door on it, and it immediately comes into flame and shines the flame out the little weird hole.
I'm just gonna look at it and like awe.
I shine it on you.
It's so pretty.
What color?
How many hit points are you down?
I have 20 out of 24.
20 out of 24. It's a slightly yellowish green.
Okay, so it changes from a normal light to a slightly yellowish green. I shine on you. How much?
I'm full.
You're full.
Okay.
Yep.
The green, full
Vibrant
green. I go to you.
I'm at half.
So about like an
So
orangish.
yeah, an orangish.
Oh no.
And I was way lower before.
And okay, I'm going to treat wounds you
Yay.
because battle medic and treat wounds are separate actions.
They are.
Nice.
And I will not.
How bad is it?
It is. I don't think I can't roll a critical failure. My medicine's too high. It's literally impossible.
Cool. That's a good thing because
yeah.
it'll deal 1d8 damage to you.
Oh my god.
As he accidentally
No.
shoved his fingers into your wound.
Lose
It's-
6
I
hit
will
points.
roll
Oh
11.
no.
So I get there.
A
and
1 would still be a critical.
I can't. I'm like, I start
That-
kind of
that
poking at things,
stab-
and I
that
basically.
longsword stab to the gut. It's deep.
Yeah, and it's like. After just kind of examining the wounds for a bit, I pull out the wand,
Heal? Okay.
and I get out my wand of heal, mutter some words, and I tap you with it. I'm going to cast the 2-action version of it.
For
And you.
1d8 plus 8.
Yep, and you heal for another 9.
Nice.
Nice.
So good.
My heal spells never roll well.
Look,
I
the
roll
Marshal
great.
is not a healing
No,
god.
he's not. I roll great on my battlefield medic things. I roll terribly in all of my heal spells.
Yes.
Well, you also took like an 80-foot drop, like slide down a bunch of rocks with bumping and all this kind of stuff.
Regardless,
Yeah.
And you also used
my
your wrong.
spells don't
might
work.
have a minor
I go and I'm
Yeah.
gonna go. Let me take a look at Scratch there.
Oh.
Okay.
No, wait, no, come back. I was kidding. Come back.
I walk over, muttering in Dwarvish.
I'll
and
mutter
just
back
kind
in
of like,
Goblin. Fucking clerics.
And
Okay.
yeah, and you know what? Just to spite you, this is the greatest healing you've ever received in your life. You heal for.
Why?
You just critical.
Yeah, you heal for 12 life.
I needed 4 points.
Yes. You look, and it is like expertly wrapped. Like
It's like an anime sequence where he just like pulls out a bandage, goes, huh, and then in a blur of motion, your wound is suddenly just
it's
contained.
gone. Like,
Very impressive. I like you now.
I rolled a 27 to heal.
Good.
What do clerics taste like?
Don't eat him. He's friend now.
Yeah, but
No.
what's he taste like?
Horrible. Holy
Stupid
people are
fucking
horrible.
clerics.
I know, right? Stupid fucking.
Liver probably
all
tastes
the
slightly
holy
pickled.
water.
But,
Ew, so
and
horrible.
then I'm going to mutter some more and touch myself and cast the 2-cost healing on myself.
Shut up.
What am I here for if not for sophomoric jokes?
It would have been better if you guys just started laughing at the beginning like I thought you were going to.
It was like,
It was the long, awkward look. That was.
See, that was the one time we didn't
That
say
brings
anything.
me specifically to full. Exactly.
Nice.
Okay.
Perfect number of healing points.
So, that is about half an hour of healing work for you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back and grab my bow from where I dropped
Yeah.
it.
You
near the
managed to get
pressure
back, and Sparks seems to peruse the menu for a little while.
Oh,
Can
God.
I cut off some of the pieces to store for later?
Sure.
Yes.
You are a disturbing person.
They're dead. They're not gonna use it anymore.
But usually you don't keep around. That is the.
It's food.
Look, dismemberment is fine if you are getting rid of body.
Yes.
We did, I did all the time back in the gang.
I get what? What?
In gang. Back when I was with gang, we have to get rid of bodies. Sometimes it's best way, but keeping on you starts to smell.
He has to eat. It's fine. I'll feed him this first. It's fine. It's burnt. He'll like it. It's okay.
The burning may actually make better. I don't
Yes.
know. I did not try.
It's fine. Trust me.
Of course.
Do you want to try it?
Raw
No.
face is just gross.
Mark this down as the day that someone first offered cannibalism to the party.
You're welcome.
Is it really cannibalism if they're different species? If they're different races? though?
Yes, there's. Anyway, we're not going to debate cannibalism.
If orc and human can make half orc, it's cannibalism.
Details. Details.
Details like cannibalism. This is one of those details.
So, once you guys are kind of patched up.
Real quick before we move on.
Yeah.
Goblins are sentient creatures.
Oh, that's right. How many? You killed 2?
Just one.
Just one? Okay. Yeah, you feel the prick on your arm.
What a prick.
Oh.
What? Oh, what are they? The big dudes. What were they wielding?
Roll. Oh, they were wielding longswords,
Hmm.
which is not your favorite weapon.
No, it is not.
Can we try to loot their bodies for anything useful?
You certainly can. That's an excellent
Sweet.
question, tiny goblin. Would you
Wow.
like to roll some perception?
I would love
you find
to.
meat.
Oh god.
Great.
Meat
That is
and
acceptable
hide.
things for the goblin to loot.
15.
15.
Yes.
As you're going through the larger bodies, getting bits for consumption, you find 2 little glass vials. One that's got a sort of a murky red substance, and the other one is kind of chartreuse.
Do I recognize what these are used for?
You can roll a nature or arcana check to find out.
I'll do
Identify.
13.
I do not believe that is enough. Let me double check.
Okay.
No, just short.
Darn.
You can roll another one for the other one, though.
Okay. Worse. It's an 8.
You look at them, and they're clearly potions of some kind, but
Oh.
you can't really divine the nature of these potions.
Okay.
What do you have there?
Juice.
It's food for the dragon.
Everything is food for the dragon.
Can I just try to like
Dragons are
stealthily put it
hungry,
in my
man.
like
You
bag?
can. That's going to be. We'll
Blood
let you
for
do
the blood
deception for that.
mage.
Deception. Okay.
Yeah. To kind of faint away from
23.
your passive perception.
Passive was 18.
You can roll it if you
Okay.
rather.
Yeah, I rolled bad.
Yeah. You don't see a
It's like-
thing. Like you see,
yeah.
it looks like she's holding something,
Yeah.
and then she looks back and she's just like, "Oh no, just
She
food
says,
for the
it's
dragon."
like, and it seems like she's
Yeah.
saying that as she's gathering food for the dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems legit.
As she
Is
puts a
legit.
particularly disturbing looking like piece of finger in her pocket, and you're like, "Oh." Like,
Uh-huh.
Yes. I just say stupid clerics.
is anybody else doing anything with the body?
I'm gonna rifle through their equipment and see if there's
Sure.
any money or anything else that like can be
Okay.
picked up off of them. Just
I
Give
do not
me a
feel right
perception as
wrestling
well.
through bodies.
Give me a perception as well.
Don't hurt me.
23.
Okay.
Don't look at me.
You find another little glass vial and about 15 gold worth of random little like trinkets, like jewelry and
Okay.
things like that they clearly thieved at some point.
What you got there?
Loot for party.
Aww.
We shall sell when we get back to town. I'm sure we'll find buyer. Or maybe owner, depending on who they stole from.
These ones are in your possession, so I'm gonna set them.
Cool.
What is potion? Let me look.
A roll nature or I don't think religion really does it for potions.
Medicine?
We'll do medicine. We'll allow medicine this time. I don't know if it's technically a roll, but we'll allow
If
it
it's
this
not
time.
magical, medicine might be applicable. If it's a
It is
magic,
it is a magical
then
potion.
medicine might not be the thing.
But
I mean, medicine would know alchemical medicines, I guess, but not like arcane medicines.
I'll allow religion. Roll one of those wisdom-based skills. We'll figure it out later.
Well, I rolled a 19, so regardless, the worst it'll be is a 23.
Sounds
Probably a
good.
27.
It's got a sort of weird brown color to it. It's kind of like thick, and at the top you occasionally see what maybe is like a hair of some kind floating. And after some studying and sniffing, you
It's
find that.
is alchemy thing. Huh.
Okay.
is some kind of. I think I heard of. I saw a sale one time. It was popular in black market for fight rings. Is a thing called like. How to translate? Is beast potion. Makes you big, strong.
Like
gives you
beast form potion or something like that.
Is like animal potion, beast potion. Makes you big, strong, fight better, kind of more bestial. This alchemy like mutator drug.
I'm surprised they didn't take it then, if it was something that would help.
Yeah, you'd think.
Well, you would know that it gives you bonuses to unarmed attacks.
Yeah.
And they were fighting with swords.
Like
It's probably
like
like
that.
a last
Well,
ditch, like my weapons are gone down the potion kind of thing.
is not necessarily good for sword. This is why popular in underground fight ring. Lots of hand, lots of punching. It's very good for that.
That makes sense.
Okay. I think this is probably a pretty good time for us to take our break. So we're right before 6,
Mm-hmm.
and you guys are about to move on.
And we're
So-
taking our break.
Yes, exactly.
The party break.
So,
Yes.
we're gonna take a break for 20 minutes or so, and we will see you guys back real soon. Thanks for spending some time with us, and see you shortly.
More stabbing time.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for sticking with us. Let me make sure my camera's right. Okay. Yeah. So, a couple of quick
We're
things
back.
before we dive back in. I wanted, for consistency purposes, to mention that in our last episode, while I was exhausted out of my mind, I had the party only spend 2 days going to Bradford. It actually should have been like 5 days because of the actual distance between Adeline and Bradford. I had it in my notes. I didn't read my notes. I was tired. So, they actually spent more time than was represented, but nothing meaningful happened. So, and that's just in case anybody is keeping track of that shit. Because I
A
am.
5-day march away,
Yeah.
not 2 days. We only talked about 2 days because those were the only relevant ones.
Other things. We're working on doing some content for you guys in between games. We're talking about, maybe doing some streaming of, we'll say, kind of synergistic stuff. I have a game that I just recently got that I think would go well with our general theme. So keep an eye out. Sometime in the middle of this week, I'm probably going to be streaming that for a while.
And also, possibly, simply, we'll be streaming when the inspiration strikes us and we want to throw a stream up. So, make sure to hit the bell icon to be notified when.
That's YouTube.
Well, they have a little bell for the notifications on Twitch as well.
Do they? I thought it was just follow on Twitch. Well,
Anyway,
anyway,
it follows a bell. I'm pretty sure.
no, follows just follow.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, follow
either
is a
way,
heart. Follow is a heart. You are
Okay.
correct. Well, hit all the buttons.
hit all the buttons.
Hit all of them,
Hit all
just in
Push
case.
all
You never
of the
know.
buttons.
Push all the buttons. And we'll be doing things in between streaming and
Definitely
stuff.
the
So
red one.
pay attention. Cool stuff.
You
Right.
push the red one last.
Yes, push the
More
red one last
content.
because that's the one that makes our stream explode.
Yes.
Okay.
Also,
So-
quick note. Yes, Sherry, I did heal you. I rolled
Yeah,
for it.
I told her. Yes.
Tessie is also healed from her arrow wound.
Okay.
Not
We love
mine.
you, Sherry. Get better
Feel
soon.
better.
So,
If you're taking
Right
some
before we
healing
left,
spells, you could have
you
healed
guys-
yourself.
Before we treat disease on Sherry.
right before we got done, you guys had just finished kind of piecing yourselves back together, rifling through bodies. Who has society trained? Okay, roll society for me, please.
It's because I'm better than all of you.
You don't have goblin lore, do you?
I have underworld lore.
Sure, you
That's
can
what
roll
they
that.
gave me. Okay.
What you got?
19.
Okay,
Oh.
I got 16.
you really didn't even need to roll.
Oh, okay. Well,
But I wanted you to anyway.
Okay.
Those taller things are hobgoblins.
Oh, okay.
They are related to goblins, but a different
hobbier.
species. They are larger, known for their cunning and tactical minds, and are known for having things like a military.
Oh.
Occasionally. So seeing them here is interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway.
They're more rare, I'm assuming,
They're very common where they are,
but not usually.
not necessarily here.
Yeah.
And having them side by side with goblins is not, to your knowledge, exceptionally common. Unless they can exploit the goblins for something.
As it turns out, people like exploiting goblins for something.
No.
It's almost like we're exploiting a goblin for something.
I
Or
lost
am
my
I
exploitable
exploring?
goblin. I'm annoyed by that. I needed my little goblin bard pet to play music for me as he follows me around.
I can play music for you.
But you won't.
I'm just gonna start like hitting rocks. Music. You're welcome. Thank you for the healing.
Now that you've stopped all of your horrible bleeding,
Wait, why am I professional?
what would you like to do? This hallway continues on down the direction you came.
I believe.
You were
Let's
gonna-
keep going.
You first.
I have shield.
Yes.
I will advance forward.
Okay.
I think hilariously my AC is higher than yours when I.
I'm going to be keeping like an eye out to try and looking for anything, any other traps or things hidden in the dark or
You
whatever.
can
Just
roll
like
perception.
yeah, just looking around to see what I see.
I would roll stealth, but
That's
I
a
have
natural 20.
Woo.
Yeah, it's fine.
You see spots where like clearly stuff has been disturbed, like spots where the dust is moved away and things as though creatures had been doing something there, but nothing that looks like traps or anything along those lines.
Can I inspect one of those spots when I first see it?
Yeah, it looks basically like a spot that like one is a spot where something small goblin sized had been sitting down.
Okay.
Another, it looks like they were scratching away at the wall as if trying to see if there was something behind it.
Okay.
doing standard goblin.
Doing goblin things.
Okay.
And,
So,
and there's a couple of spots where you definitely see like leftover bits of goblin food,
More
which
food.
is really
Yes.
anything that won't run away.
Food is
gonna
a
be
very
picking it
wide net.
Okay, let me get this going too while I'm thinking about it.
Are we going through any like turns or like forks or anything?
There's a couple of spots. The hallway isn't perfectly straight. There's a couple of spots where you turn a corner or something like that.
Okay, I'm gonna just mark all the corners.
Okay, but you don't find any forks or anything specifically.
That's fine.
Yeah, so the hallway goes on for a few hundred more feet, and then hits a spot where it meets two stone arches.
Quietly going.
I have 2 stone arches, you said?
Yes, two. As it's basically a spot where there's like a 5-foot wide stone arch, and in between the two is kind of a wall.
And they go in 2 different paths?
No,
Oh.
it's difficult to see exactly.
2 doors
what
to one
is
room.
beyond it. Yeah, basically.
Okay. I peer in,
Okay.
look around.
You see a large room. It looks like it has a number of support pillars, which may have at one time held up off to one side. At one time, probably held up some kind of like balcony, which seems to have collapsed or rotted away. Excuse me.
Usher.
Didn't they?
The mics didn't pick the shit up out of that. Oh,
the muteness?
what's that?
Nothing.
Talk amongst yourselves for a minute, children.
We talked about.
I'm allergic to goblins. What can I say?
Wow. I see how you are.
This is why he doesn't hang out with Paul that much.
So,
No,
Yeah.
I want to play
It's
goblin.
okay, goblin friend. I'll hang out.
it looks like there was probably some kind of like platform up there. Bits of like wood pulp are left over. But other than that, there's a number of support pillars and some rubble where pieces of the ceiling have started to fall away. and then another arch on the far side.
Can I also look in?
Sure.
And then I'm going to cast Ghost Sound to see if anything like reacts to it, like as far away in like a corner as possible. It's
Okay.
like rocks falling or like a little bit of like whispering.
Sure. Roll a deception check to make it convincing.
10.
Total?
10 total.
Wow.
I rolled a 2.
Like the little
Feels bad.
bicycle horns.
Oh no.
You hear what might be the sound of something shifting, but it's hard to really say. It could have
Okay.
also been your ghost sound echoing in a weird way.
Seems fine. Let's go. Just gonna start walking in.
Oh man,
God.
Scree's taking charge.
I'm going to let her.
Just start marching into the
Emily,
room.
I guess I'll follow.
Okay.
I will
actually-
follow as well, but I'm letting her go first.
And can I put a sigil like in between like the wall of the
Yeah.
two on the inside? Yeah.
More sigils.
I'm going to be
Came in
moving forward
here.
with my shield raised already. So
I'm gonna try to roll for perception just to keep my guard up, kind of.
Sure. Well, we'll get to that. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Fear not.
Just
Fear
go.
not. There will be perception rolling.
I am afeared.
You are afeared?
I have fear.
For I have lied. It is all terrible.
I knew it.
Fool.
Okay, so
You fools.
feels
didn't
like
hear
you're
anything.
walking into some kind of cubic jelly. It's
oops, gelatinous cube. Oh, look, the whole room is a mimic.
God.
Hey, drop my sword. Your sword's a mimic.
It was a mimic the whole time. It's been biting at the thigh.
every thorn is a new mimic.
I have like 7 mimics on my arm.
Oh God.
Okay, so
Okay.
as you step into the room, you hear something from the far side,
Oh dear.
and then I
Harry
need
Larson.
to what?
The far side.
Oh,
My brain went there, but I managed to censor myself. I was like, nope, not gonna. And
I
he
need
said, I was
everybody
like,
to roll perceptions.
Ooh, natural 20.
Oh, nice.
Hey,
Yes.
That's an
someone's
8.
going first.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
I feel really bad. I'm rolling real well on my initiative.
Ow.
Are you okay?
Oh, that's not great.
We're hurting ourselves here. It's fine.
I keep having to peel my thighs off the chair.
Oh.
We'll
Ow.
have to get you like a pillow or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It
you're
hurts so
20,
much.
22.
22.
Or,
Anyone-
no, 23. Sorry. 23, I lied.
This is gonna be a little bit.
This is why cargo pants are great.
I am also over 20 for winning.
What you got?
I have a 24.
Oh, I also have a 20.
What did you get?
A 23, and I rolled.
Am I
a
the only one who
28.
rolled horribly?
I
You go last.
All right then.
Why you have a
I-
wisdom score?
I am.
am. It's negative.
Um,
Well, I am in
What
the
do you
back,
have?
guys.
Amelie?
I have an 8.
An 8. Okay.
I-
And this-
She's in the back. She can't tell what's going on.
Nope.
Yeah.
All the ceilings are really low, and I'm trying to duck, and it just can't. Yeah, no. Starting to feel a little claustrophobic, guys.
It's 13. Natural 1. Cool. So, because you guys all rolled like fucking champions.
Sounds
Very
good.
cautiously. Like we're gonna look around. We're gonna cast things. We're gonna.
Yeah.
I walk
You
in,
guys
shield
see-
raised.
They were distracted by the horn. Like, what the hell is that?
Am I riding wolves?
No. I will describe it. Just a second. You guys see 2 figures emerge from the. No, that was the wrong way to tilt it. There we go.
Perfect.
Emerge from the far archway there.
Mm-hmm.
One is a goblin similar to the leader of that raiding party you saw, who is a little more heavily armored.
Mm-hmm.
And the other appears to be wearing similar armor to the hobgoblins.
Oh dear.
This heavy hide, and is wielding a lance.
Ooh.
It looks like it's been cut down, but it's so that it is sized for a goblin a little better. But it is clearly a human-made lance, and he is riding what you can best describe as a cross between like a big dog and a naked mole rat. You know that this is a goblin dog, which are creatures that goblins often keep as pets and mounts and guard dog kinds of things, because goblins despise real dogs.
Yes. We eat them.
Well, among other things.
I eat them.
But goblins hate dogs, goblins hate horses. But they have goblin dogs. And they're actually kind of like big rodent kind of things. And this one appears to be riding one. So, you guys came in.
Do they see us?
Not as yet.
Can I
Scree was in front.
do a thing?
Well, we are in actual like initiative orders. So,
Okay.
as soon as I get everybody down, Emmeline like here, and Tessie like over here.
Quick question.
Yes.
I technically had one more on my initiative roll, but she rolled a natural 20 to get hers. Does she go first,
No.
or I
You
didn't
go. You go
okay.
before she
Yeah,
does.
it's by numbers.
I wasn't quite sure how that
And
worked.
Stupid wisdom.
The other thing is that he has hilariously a higher initiative than me. So you actually go
my
before me.
initiative's a +8.
Yeah, mine's only a +6.
I'm trained
Wow.
in it. I'm trained in it, and I have a very good wisdom.
Okay. So first up then is Ivan.
So I see there's 2 goblins.
Oh yes.
What's one? One's just wearing armor. Other's on a goblin dog.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am going to move 20 feet forward and position myself, like, move to 20 feet. Position myself right between those 2 pillars.
Like here.
Yeah.
Okay.
With space for. I am going to, throw guidance on myself,
Mhm.
and then I'm just gonna raise my shield.
Okay. And that brings us to Emmeline.
Yeah. So over, I have to go over rough terrain, which would slow me down.
Correct.
10, 15, 20, 25. My movement speed doesn't really allow me to get close enough, so I'm going to move over and be around the back of the pillar that to the left of Ivan. Yeah.
So there.
And I'm also going to raise my parry dagger.
Okay. You still have 1 extra action if you would like to do anything with it.
Oh, it's true. Okay, actually, I'm going to change my. Well, yeah. That's it. I'm just going to
Okay.
hold.
Scree.
Cool. I
Oh, actually, I can take the take cover action. Use the
Sure.
take-
nice. I will look at the one that's riding the goblin dog, and I will cast fear, saying that I fed your friends to my dragon, and I'll feed you to it too.
Okay.
So it's a
It's a will save.
for them.
And it's this guy over here.
The one riding.
Oh, the rider.
Yeah,
Okay.
the rider.
You're not great. It's like a 13.
Okay, so that would be.
Yeah.
How much is their critical fail? I don't know what.
It
that
would be
Plus
8
10.
for you, because
Okay.
it's minus 10 from the.
So he
target.
just failed then.
So he just fails. Which
Okay,
means
so
he
that's
is
frightened 2.
frightened 2. That gives him minuses to like everything.
Nice.
Yep.
I'll check my condition chart.
Intimidation.
Frightened takes a status penalty equal to the value to all checks and DCs. It's literally everything.
Just bad.
You are now bad.
Does he
at
take it to
things.
attacks and AC as well, or?
Yeah, those are checks and DCs.
Everything. He's spooked.
Neat. And that's
Um,
for 2, so we'll just throw a second one on him, because fuck it.
Yeah.
You just roll straight intimidate?
No, that's the fear spell.
To use the fear spell?
Yeah.
Okay.
You might have to like move over to here to get line of sight.
Intimidate
Okay.
does something similar.
That's fine then.
Yeah, it's a little harder to do it.
It's
Yeah.
That's my
And I
turn
think
then.
it's also only
Oh, yeah, 'cause
one
it's yours.
turn.
Yeah.
One target.
Yeah, one turn.
It's only one target, and it also makes them like shaken instead of like frightened, and it's only
Shaken
one
is
turn
a
instead of
smaller
Enough turn.
penalty and
Yeah.
to fewer things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that is you done. That puts us at the Cavalier's turn. He is having a bad day, but he will spend one action to command his lovely goblin dog and come after the sorcerer what feared him, because dog is not afraid.
Scurry sorcerer.
And then
Ah.
it is going to bite at you.
No.
Oh no.
Stop it.
That's a 21 to hit
Ooh,
Oh.
that hits.
for 6 damages.
That's
Oh.
not bad.
And he
That's okay.
is going to take a stab with his lance.
You should not.
Not great.
Yeah, he should not do
So that's
that.
9 plus. It's not too bad. That's 17.
Is
He
that,
hits.
is that, was
that
it
with
the minus two?
Yeah, that's with minus.
Okay.
Ew. Okay. He hits.
Ew.
Ew.
God, that's actually kind of rough. That's 8 damage. 8
Oh.
piercing damage because he gets an extra d6 of damage for charging with a lance.
Ooh.
Cleric.
Oh, now you want the cleric. Okay.
And then he's going to
Yes. Only when I need him.
yeah, that's him done.
Oh.
Clearly, we are a party of holding grudges.
Tessie does not like how this is going. She doesn't
only
have
she
line of
has some
sight on
healing
that
spells.
guy. So
Leave her alone.
comes over here. You guys have a cleric in the party. It's not like she was just like, oh, the party doesn't need a healer.
We have another turn coming up, and many ways to heal things.
And she will. Let's have her burn her magic missiles at El Gabo. Yeah, we'll do that. El Gabo.
El Gablo.
That is not bad. That's 8 damage to him.
Yeah, Sherry.
Woo.
You did it.
Sherry should just roll her dice at home and then just send us the results.
Yes.
Look, guys, I'm helping.
Tessie.
I think she's
Amelie.
speaking to the dice telepathically.
Yeah.
All right. How can I move anywhere close to any of our foes?
You have a lot of movement, don't you?
Yeah, you could get to him.
Because I'm like
You
behind.
could get to either of them.
Okay, because I'm like behind a pillar and like
Yeah.
off to the
But just pick which one you want.
Also look for flanking opportunities too.
You can't quite move that far.
Can you flank him with me?
She couldn't get that far. She can only get
Don't
to
When,
worry.
did she not have the
Okay.
fast
Don't
movement?
worry,
When did she get fast
flanker
movement?
At level
is on his
Oh, I
on her
have
way.
25.
Yeah.
Yeah, at level 3 she gets an extra 10 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damage output gonna be stupid.
I will move to protect our new goblin friend.
Okay.
Because you're there by yourself.
Friend.
Everybody pile on the horrible dog riding thing.
Yeah. Alright. And that was one,
Goblin dogs are pretty terrible.
right?
Yes.
That was one. So I'm gonna try to see if I can flurry of blows the goblin dog.
Do you want to go into Tiger Stance first?
Yes. Tiger
Okay.
stance in that. Okay.
Keep in mind you also have Key Strike available to you if you would like to use that, which allows you to flurry afterwards.
But it also
And gives you
takes
an
your
extra
focus
D6
point.
on the damage.
Okay.
Yeah, it burns your focus point, but
Yeah, I'll do that.
okay. So let me have your focus point for the moment.
Well, I
Oh, you
gave
give it to her. Well, you just remember that you are without your focus point. So it's gonna be 2 attacks with a +1 on each of them, in addition to the +1 you get for your hand
That's a
grabs.
nat 20.
Oh my god. Okay.
That's a 29.
But remember, it's a +1 too.
Yeah, that hits obviously. That's like a double super secret critical.
Secret.
Because it's both
Secret critical.
it's
Critical.
both a natural 20 and 10 above its target number. So yeah, roll D8 plus D6.
Oh, yeah.
If she had rolled a 20 and wasn't 10 above, I'd be a little
The
concerned.
D6 doesn't get doubled, but the D8 does, I believe.
Wait,
that
that
would
was
be
20.
an AC.
Oh, you said the +1 because of my key strike?
Yeah,
I was
plus one-
joking
don't worry.
around.
Yeah,
Oh, but yeah, so that would have made it a.
a
Saying you have a
30.
+1 to
made
hit
it
on your
30.
natural 20.
Yeah, that would have made it a 30. But yeah. Well, that will make it a 30. Wow, that's a 5. 5 damage.
Okay.
Well, that's
First
plus
one.
your plus your strength
well-
mod.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, first off,
9
and
damage.
doubled.
The D8,
doubled?
well, the
Oh, 'cause
D6
of the
doesn't
crit?
get doubled.
D6 doesn't.
She rolled a 4 and a 1 on
Yeah.
the D6.
Yeah, so
Okay,
the 4
so-
and your strength mod.
So
I
add
rolled a
eight.
1 on the D6,
8,
right?
so 16 plus 1 is 17.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't
Yeah.
mean to cut you off. I
You're
just,
good.
Cool.
No, just-
You killed a goblin dog.
You just like grab.
You may
its head
feel
off.
free to describe murdering this goblin dog as you see fit.
I don't like it attacking our new goblin friend because our goblin friend is small, and she burns people's crotches, and it looks funny.
Sure.
I found it inappropriate.
That's
it looks
why
funny.
you're killing the goblin
Yes.
dog.
That's fine.
How are you killing the goblin dog?
it's important.
I basically just like took its face and just like key striked it into the floor.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So Amelie runs up and goes into tiger stance and just like grabs this weird rodent dog's head and like sinks her fingers behind its ear, like at the hook, the notch in its skull,
Just go.
and then kind of jumps up, and you guys all watch her fist glowing like Iron Fist yellow. And then she just slams this thing's head into the ground. And its skull just like cracks like an egg.
Question:
Food.
Where's Sparks?
Sparks
Where is
is
Sparks?
Sparks would be with you.
Okay.
So Sparks sees this and knows I'm no longer food.
Yeah, that's a reasonable assumption.
Roll an
If not, I
intimidation
will
for
tell
Sparks.
her.
A couple things. First, I need you to roll a fortitude save.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Spark sees this and knows that you're just simply difficult to eat food.
The rarest food.
Challenge food.
I must eat
You are
this
prized
food.
now.
All right, that's a 19.
That's good enough. Okay.
Yay.
Nothing happens that you know of.
Oh,
Bum, bum, bum. 19's a pretty good roll.
Am I gonna find out later?
I don't know.
God.
Let's find out later.
Wait.
Usually,
wait.
when you roll a save and nothing happens, that's the result you wanted.
I know.
Oh.
Wait, but that
Unless
was
it's like a horrible disease with a span of days.
so that was I was doing flurry of blows and that was
That was
two-
your first attack. You still have the second one. And the rider falls down prone because his dog has just been suplexed.
Just fucking slam dunked.
Friggin' suplexed into the crust of the earth. Like,
He's like he's in the crack in the ground, just like sticking straight up out of it like a cartoon. Just his head just buried like a plant.
so you may feel free to take your second attack against him.
Yes. I'm gonna
Well, he got one charge
See.
attack bomb.
Yeah.
Didn't expect this one to be a very long fight. It's going a little faster than I expected.
so
I just
this
wanted
is-
to show off the Goblin Cavalier.
all right. So this is my second flurry of
He
blows.
got
Your
his
second
5
flurry
seconds to
attack.
stop.
So it's -4, right?
Correct.
All right. So I'm going to just basically just take a swipe at the goblin and see where he goes.
Sure.
See how far he goes, if he goes at
He
all.
goes to the
Oh,
grave.
that fell off the table. That's a 16 plus a 9. That's what, 27?
-4.
-4, so 23.
As if the -4 meant anything. 29.
Well, plus-
yeah.
Is that
21.
still
Whatever.
with the key? Is that
And
still
it's
with the
more
key?
than enough. Don't worry.
21.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still
But
with the key strike, but you're well over the target. Okay. Roll some damage.
All right, 1d8 plus 1d6, right?
Yep. 1d6 plus 1d8
Okay.
plus 4.
Well, did she crit?
Yes.
This is my D. Yeah, this is my D.
Does the tiger senses automatically add the?
Yeah.
What does critting do with Tiger Slam? It makes them
Critting
bleed.
does 1d4 bleeding damage.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, this is from Keystroke.
Which was
So right
largely
now,
irrelevant to the slam dunk.
the
dog.
goblin dog is
yes,
bleeding
technically you did an extra 1d4
damage.
bleeding damage. Its blood is going everywhere.
He's dead. That is overkill.
Okay, so my D8 I rolled a 6, and on the D6 I rolled a 5.
So that's 11 plus
11
4
plus,
is
plus
15.
15.
Describe that one too.
I take the momentum from slamming the dog's head down, like my hand bounced back, and I just go swing it into the into the
So
goblin.
you slam his hand down, then with the backswing, just backhand the rider off as well.
So it's literally like another anime scene.
Yeah.
Grab the dog, go up, slow motion as the glowing fist brings it down into the earth, and then comes up and just bats the rider out of midair as he's falling over the body of his crushed dead pet. And he just flies up and hits the ceiling.
Stuck in there,
Like
swinging.
15, 20 feet up there. He slams into the ceiling and then falls back down. Just like completely broken.
Told you.
I hope Sparks likes his meat tender.
Alignment.
Someone's gunning for that evil spot. They're gonna dive,
She's our new best
going
friend.
lower than the fucking dog did.
Oh man. Okay.
Amelie has unresolved issues with goblins, apparently.
So that's Amelie's turn.
New best friend.
This guy is like.
Comment. Make sure to comment in chat how tender you like your meat.
Yes. If you too would like your meat to be suplexed into the crust of the earth before eating, let us know. I can't imagine this goblin stays after that. He's leaving. Like,
He's like, nope, nope.
the hobgoblins aren't here to keep them in line anymore. They're running. This guy goes running too. Oh,
Wait, you haven't dropped your bow yet, have you?
no.
Shoot him.
Yes.
He will be inside your like second range increment for the first attack because he goes
Bruh.
75 that way and he was 5, 10 feet ahead, so he'll be 85 feet from you. And your range is what on the bow?
60, I think.
Yeah, so in the second increment,
Yeah, I could actually.
take some shots at him.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so it would take an action to get up here and get the bow out, and so you get 2 shots.
That's a no. That's 11. I hastily drew the bow, got caught
Yeah.
on something, couldn't quite get the shot quite right. Oh, and that's actually the same because of the multiple attack penalty.
Dead.
So, no.
No?
2 arrows fly out, they don't go anywhere near.
Okay. Like, off by how much?
By a matter of at least 7.
Okay. And he just keeps running deeper into whatever bizarre little tunnel. Okay.
He's flailing around too much.
Can I check the body?
Please do.
What?
If there's
What's
one left of it?
Yes.
Yeah.
The broken
Make a
flesh sack.
perception check.
13.
You find some gold.
Cool.
There's like 10-ish gold worth of. Well, not. It's not like just gold coins.
I'm
but
also
there's
going
like
to
10-ish
quickly
gold worth
look
of
through for
random
loot. He seems to be
stuff.
equipped, so
Yeah.
Cool.
which is a 22.
Okay. He's got obviously the lance. He's got the armor. Neither of which looks particularly special, but it's solid quality stuff
I've still got my spear.
for goblins. Yeah, lance isn't going to do you much good outside of a mount. Other than that, you do find that he is wearing a leather bracer on one of his arms. That looks oddly designed.
I'm going to take it. I'm
Okay.
going to detect magic on
It is magical.
it. Can I study it to see if I can figure out
You may.
what it is? I don't have Arcana.
Religion will
but
work.
Religion will work? Okay.
Yeah.
24.
Okay. Nope, not that one. Where'd it go?
You don't get to know what that
I don't
one
get
is.
that one.
No, that one's actually just an extra thing I learned. If you would pass that down to Ivan, please.
I'm going to produce flame and kind of like char the dog's body and put like little cuts of it in my book bag.
Nice. Okay.
I'm
give
going
me,
to take this.
Give me a crafting check.
Oh no.
God.
Oh, it's not horrible.
I'm going to take this.
Maybe survival?
4.
You feel like you might not have gotten the best cuts of goblin dog there. I mean,
I'll just eat it. Only the best
I'm
part.
going to take it. I'm gonna toss it to you, Emily.
Hmm?
What's on? I think you'll like.
What is it?
I
you
guess
can spend 10 minutes investing it to find out, unless he wants to tell you what it is.
In the meantime, I'm going to walk up to her.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I will
Um,
roll.
I didn't battle medic her, did I?
Nah.
No, you use just
No.
So I will
treatments.
battle
It
medic.
hasn't been an hour. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can battle.
There, kill me.
Because I haven't battle medic.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, that's a 25. So.
That crits, yep.
Fine. 18.
Okay.
Ooh,
Go dress your wounds. Again,
you're amazing.
clearly, I am very used to people getting the shit beat out of them.
Do not eat him.
You said he didn't taste good.
I'm just reminding you.
Goes back to eating the goblin dog.
Good baby.
Fine.
I did get a 17 on my occultism check. And I have oddity identification.
Sure. Yeah.
You also identify.
You can identify it for these purposes.
Get me a cool bracelet.
Your little M. Think useful for you, the.
Yeah, maybe I can make her use this. Puts it on
Photoshop.
over the glove that's kind of weird. Oh yeah, wait, actually, I probably have to take off the fencing those. What am I?
Not necessarily.
Oh.
You probably fit it around it.
Well, she takes
not-
off. Everybody knows about the reins on the left hand, so takes off the glove,
Wait.
puts it on.
And
What armor is this guy wearing?
Hide armor.
Damn.
It's made of hide.
Let me know if someone has a breastplate.
Yeah, for sure.
Did either the I didn't think
Shut
to
up.
actually I didn't think about it. Did either of the hobgoblins have
No, they
you're
were
a
breastplates?
also
bad
wearing
also
person,
hide.
Paul.
Hey, you're the one that usually makes the puns.
He said it's stealthy because it's made of hide.
Hey,
Nice.
absolutely get a bonus
like
spell.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put it on my left arm. The breastplate on my left arm.
So,
Because I'm up to 6 branches now, so.
Don't you mean like barbs or
Thorns, yeah, whatever.
thorns? You said branches.
Whatever.
let me
Little
get.
branches.
Like, are you a tree now?
You are busy. You're busy.
Branching out.
Amelie, you're not doing anything important. Let me get a perception check out of you.
Thanks. You're
I'll
just
get
standing
Tessie a
around,
perception check.
Amelie.
Well,
It's
I mean,
fun.
everybody else is doing it.
You're busy cleaning the excessive amounts of blood off of your hands.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it's not like you weren't important in the fight. You destroyed the whole thing
Picking bits of
in
brain out
one
from under your
friggin' turn.
fingernails.
And just walked up and was like, I'm gonna destroy this fight. If that's okay.
That's a 9.
She's very distracted
total of
by
9,
all the
wow.
blood.
That is a total of 9.
Okay. You are distracted by how unbelievably badass you just were.
I'm so cool!
Like,
I must tell my students.
And here's how you slam dunk a dog.
allow me to demonstrate.
I don't know!
And the quest towards evil continues.
She'll be the best lawful evil monk that this continent's ever seen.
Oh no.
Soon I will be the sharpest.
So while you all are,
You're gonna be the
you know,
bluntest.
tending to wounds and or putting on bracers and or contemplating dog suplexing, Tessie wanders over to a corner and goes, "Huh? What's that thing?" She points to this sort of like little pile of rags. It looks like over in the corner.
So I go over to investigate.
Okay,
Yeah, I will as well. After I'm done patching things up.
sure. You dig through these rags. There's a dead kobold.
More food!
I am going. Can I roll a religion to see if he is wearing some kind of religious garb
Sure.
or looks like maybe he was a shaman at one point?
Uh-huh.
That's a 13.
He definitely has some sort of magical paraphernalia about him.
And I
I
look
can-
to see if he has any like
I can roll religion actually.
potions or anything on him.
Sure.
I will also start searching through his stuff, but it's also
Steal
going to
all
be
the
trying to
stuff.
identify it.
You do find one small glass vial and one small black obsidian scale.
I'm gonna
Still
like.
clutched in his tiny dead hand.
I'm gonna try to
goodness.
hide that.
The scale.
Oh my freaking
Did they
God.
see that I was hiding? it?
You can attempt a deception to...
I am also actively searching him, I said.
Sure,
So
yeah,
can
but
I...
your perception was significantly lower.
Sure, but can I notice that she's trying to hide something
If
she
your
found?
deception
That's a
doesn't beat that
27.
perception.
Do I roll perception?
Yeah, you can roll
You
another
rolled a
perception to try to see
27.
it.
Hiding stuff is usually thievery, yeah?
She can deceive to distract.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I did not roll higher than a 27.
Okay.
Oh.
Out of curiosity, what would your thievery roll on that have been?
21.
Just roll higher
I did not roll higher than
Okay,
21.
then it's irrelevant.
Well, there goes
you
the
said I
plot
found a
device.
Can I
vial,
try
too.
You
to?
did. You found another little glass vial.
Can I try to? I rolled for perception. Can I?
Sure.
I mean,
give it a shot.
I don't know. I
21.
rolled a 21.
Were you searching the body?
Just no, because
No.
I
Would
was.
you have had
I felt.
cause to be looking? I
I
just-
mean, maybe if her
we should.
perception was
This is a pretty.
insane,
This is
yeah.
a pretty big thing. We should probably try not to metagame it.
Sure.
is all.
Okay, fine.
But if you had reason, then absolutely, because you're kind of stealing the entire plot device.
Yes.
On the other hand, because it's so important, we need to be extra careful
We
not to
will add
metagame
another
this shit.
Glass vial to your stack of little glass vials over here.
Where's? Oh.
Psych.
You'll find anything.
Can I, oh, no more food!
I will roll a sense
so
motive.
much food!
I will roll a sense motive to at least know that.
Okay. You can roll another deception.
Sweet. 16.
A 17.
She's definitely concealing something.
Okay, wait.
So,
Oh.
we know. I know you find object more than food.
Well,
You have
there's
plenty
rags.
of food. What is he holding? What do you have?
Okay, I'm gonna show him that vial.
Okay. Pulls out a little vial.
Okay.
Looks very similar to healing potions you've seen.
Okay. So, good find.
You don't really need it. You're a clerik.
Is all
I am small.
is all he
Really
had
wish I
on
had the
him?
lie to me feet now.
What?
Is all he had on him?
Yeah. Besides food. Dead kobolds.
Think food is that way. Gesture towards the
Oh,
dog.
oh. Go back to the dog. Good dragon.
So. Is proto dragon not real dragon?
She probably said that in Goblin anyway.
Oh, yeah. Well, if she said in Goblin, I don't say that.
Stupid clerics.
Okay.
Listen, you're my friend now, but I can still suplex you.
I said that in Goblin. Please don't hurt me.
Listen, I suplexed a thing that was twice your size.
I like to
It's
think.
possible she just looked over and in her orcish bloodlust was just like, I need you to know that I can suplex you.
I can suplex anyone.
I can suplex a dog even. Ah!
I'm just gonna
Oh god, the evil is spreading.
like look at her and be like,
I
ah.
also like to think that you say this in common, and then when we call you on, you're just like, that was in Goblin.
Absolutely.
You didn't understand. It was in Goblin.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Like,
Scream.
common. Same thing.
It's the same thing.
Same.
The-
Are we
Well.
gonna follow him? And more.
This looks like kobold shaman person we look for. I
No scale?
did not find scale.
I didn't see anything like that either.
I guess let's look next room. I wonder who killed their own shaman, or was
I don't think it's the same.
is
clan.
hobgoblin hate shaman person?
Would I know if they hate?
Hobgoblins hate magic.
Yeah.
Ah. Well, let's look further, see if they have scale.
Maybe they
Specifically, hobgoblins hate arcane magic, I should say.
Okay. Great.
Maybe you just got
They're
taken further
kind
in.
of lukewarm as to the subjects of primal
Question.
and divine magic.
Does that crack in the wall look at all similar to a certain dream we had in episode 1?
Interestingly, no.
Dang.
Okay.
What you remember of the dream, this is the same kobold. This is not the same cavern.
Huh.
I recognize Kobold. Do you all recognize Kobold?
I didn't remember my dream. for
Yes.
shit.
No.
I
rolled
would and
bad
Tessie
there.
would.
Yes, Tessie also clearly recognizes.
Is familiar.
Yes. I remember him from my dream.
Name, duh.
Maybe they took it farther in.
Wait. It's not the same. Duh, maybe we keep looking.
Okay.
I'm hoping this dream ended well since you all remember it so well.
I don't remember ending very well. I remember waking up. Is how it ended.
I'm gonna start heading through that door.
Sure.
I will too.
And I will put a sigil behind me.
Forward, Mark.
Continuing to breadcrumb.
This door.
Yes.
Okay.
The only door there is, but this one.
Yes.
You continue onward further in, and it's another long hallway. The further in you get, the more like strange this structure starts to seem, just like buried here out in the middle of nowhere. Weirdly, like old and abandoned, just kind of under a mountain somewhere. But as you keep going, don't immediately find any traces of, goblin ambushes.
Yeah.
Don't you need to be healed at some point? Oh, right, you did. Sorry.
I'm going to
Right,
wander around and periodically detect magic just to see if I sense any magical things as we're wandering around.
Horny trap.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna-
every now and then I'll stop, go detect magic, just kind of
Yeah.
keep it up so that if there's something going on, I sense
Sure.
it.
And I'm gonna just roll perception just to stay alert. I rolled a 16.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a weird, damp, unpleasant place. You don't find anything out of the ordinary any more than being in this weird, damp, unpleasant place. Ivan, as you continue onward, at one point you actually weirdly see a very faint magical aura on the wall.
I'll investigate it.
The wall has this thick layer of moss and kind of sludgy mildew
Hold up, is
on it.
magic somewhere on this wall? I start kind of scraping the moss off and...
And once you get far enough down, you see this deeply degraded piece of art in the stonework, like a relief
Mm,
in the stonework. Give me a perception, actually.
23?
Yeah, it's hard to tell exactly what this is at first, but once you stare at it for a little while, you can vaguely make out the outlines of a large form and its outspread wings. This was clearly meant to be an image of a dragon. And at some point or another, it was magical in some fashion. The aura was too faint for it really to have much magical property at this point. But clearly this image was used in some form
This
of magic.
temple is very, very old. Used to be image of dragon. Still very faint trace of magic on.
Do I see the dragon image of the dragon?
You can do once he's pointing it out, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna hold up Sparks and be like, look, it's you.
It's the
Is
general
cute.
shape.
Not real dragon. Dragons were
Don't tell
bad.
him that.
He just covers his eyes.
He can be what he wants to be, okay?
If he is dragon, he is enemy of gods. Probably does not want to be that.
He doesn't understand it. He only speaks Goblin.
You're a great dragon, it's okay.
I know.
Dad.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Basically.
Um,
I mean, it doesn't seem to be much anymore. I think we just move on. Do I know that? Do I have any information that this might be something, or have led to something, or be an indicator of something?
no, I mean, other than it's clearly like iconography of some kind.
So there's nothing really indicating it was anything more than a really cool picture when this temple was new.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
It's possible that it was magically like imbued with, some kind of blessing aura, or maybe it was used, it was like animated somehow.
Yeah,
or,
that's-
there's any number of things that a temple could have imbued it with magic for the
Okay.
purposes of.
well, I think let's keep searching. I look over it. I do actually check to see if it has like a scale pattern that seems like maybe it once held a small black scale on it or something.
It does not.
Okay. I will move out. Let's go. Keep searching. Let's.
Okay.
I'm gonna put
Keep
a
moving.
sigil on the dragon's face. And
And so now it's like this dragon, this weird faded dragon with a glowy fire head on it.
I will
chuckle.
continue just searching, going room from room throughout, looking for whatever I can find. Specifically, trying to find a black dragon scale.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't.
Is there anything I find in there? Anything of note or value or anything?
Give me some perceptions.
Okay. That's a natural 1.
Okay.
Oh
Something.
no.
I'll take one other person doing a perception, not you though. you already,
That is-
you already
yeah.
have
Well,
it.
you
You're
already know.
What's that?
22.
22?
And my second one was a 26.
Okay, give me one more for you as well.
Searching the crap out of this place.
That is a
23.
23. Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry.
In a
It's
couple
okay,
of
you're fine.
rooms throughout the way, you find little like stashes of stuff.
Anything valuable?
Yeah, I mean there's what
Valuable
looks
stuff,
like
just
a
not
few
the
old
scale.
like jewels and things that were probably used throughout the temple.
Okay.
At one point you find like a tarnished golden cup. If you had to guess, you've got about 35-ish gold worth of random.
Okay. I will also use on the stuff that's like tarnished and all that. I'll use prestidigitation while we're walking around to like clean it up.
Yeah, you do a decent job of it. Some of it is gonna take some like actual work.
Sure.
But prestidigitation,
Like,
you get
clear
it about
off
half
and clean
shiny.
the dirt and make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
But there's nothing you can do about like actual tarnishing with
Yes.
prestidigitation.
that would be mending.
Yes. Well, not really, because it's not really broken. It's just messed up.
And we don't see that one goblin that like ran.
Nope. It's still somewhere. The further you get, the more it starts looking like there are branching passages.
So we could have gone anywhere.
Yeah, and there could be secret passages. These old temples are weird.
Do I find anything that looked like a ritual chamber or somewhere the shaman might have
Not as
been
yet.
like saying?
There's a couple of spots that have evidence of critters that are sleeping in them. Like makeshift bedrolls and things.
Yeah.
dragged into a few of the chambers.
But nothing that looks like the shaman's quarters or especially the shaman's workshop.
No, not yet.
Can I check to see if I see any like trail of like little goblin feet that are recent?
You could track with survival if you have it trained.
I do.
Okay, well then track me with survival.
15.
15.
Or wait, no. 19.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Yeah, you can definitely you start to make out like the most commonly trodden paths down here,
Okay.
and it looks like, from what you can see, it doesn't look like these goblins have been here all that
Okay.
long. You definitely pick up on tracks. They're not like over months or anything. It looks like maybe they've been here a few weeks.
Okay.
But you start picking out directions where they might go.
Okay. I'll let you guys know and let's go. Follow them.
Okay.
And
And as you continue down,
Keep eye open for black dragon scale. We do need to find that.
Yes,
and
stale.
you start weaving your way through this catacomb, you eventually come to this large open chamber, about the same size as the one that you fought in before, but it's definitely got more furniture isn't the right word, but it's got more to it. There's sort of stone benches left on the floor, and there's a dais near the front. And behind the dais is this large statue that clearly used to be a dragon. It's largely crumbled at this point, but clearly it was of a dragon sort of arched back with its wings spread.
Can I try to cast Ghost Sound again to see if anybody moves, just like in like whatever far away corner?
Yeah, give me deception again.
Natural 1.
Okay.
So 9.
You
What? Trying.
you don't hear anything move, so there's that.
There's no one here. Let's go.
I walk in and start searching this room.
Yeah.
Same.
You know, looking at it out, detect magic, and find anything like.
There's a couple more spots that have vague magical auras that are like long since decayed, just like the last whispers of magic on like there's sort of like an altar-y kind of place, like a ritual table kind of place.
I rolled a 17 on perception.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really find anything of importance other than the sort of ritual chamber stuff.
Okay.
But there isn't like any loose items. It appears that the hobgoblins swept through here and gathered anything of value.
I'm going to, while I'm detecting magic, I'm going to see what does she have on her that's magic. Like, is she wearing equipment that's magic, or is it just like?
There's a faint magical aura on her, but none of it appears to be on the surface.
Okay, so it's all like in packs and stuff.
Pockets and whatnot.
Um.
That's not true. There's one faint aura sort of in her upper body.
Okay.
Sort of. It's not like faint in the same decayed way, but it's not like super powerful.
I'm going to cast Read Aura to see how many auras and what they are.
There's what you can see on the surface is a singular aura of illusion magic.
On the surface?
Yeah.
On the necklace?
And you can't read or anything that you can't see.
Okay.
Unfortunate.
What is necklace?
Oh, it's a family heirloom. Passed down.
You have family heirlooms.
Well, yeah.
Goblins have families too, Tessie says.
Thank you.
Well, there's gotta be hidden somewhere around here.
Are there more like paths or anything that we could take?
This seems to be the end of this particular like path.
Maybe we missed on Shaman.
Or back up somewhere. Maybe there was a branching path. Or
You did not see anything?
No, just that glass vial.
Yeah. You get to roll deception.
Oh no. I got 11.
Down to half, actually.
26.
She is stone cold lying.
You found it, didn't you?
Yes, I found the glass vial. I showed you it.
You tell me where scale is, or you regret not doing so. I'm rolling an intimidation.
Oh, okay. What do I?
Okay, this would be versus your will save. Well, so your will.
That's
plus
a natural 20. It's not versus shit.
roll a will save and see what happens. Maybe you also roll a natural 20.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
24.
He's serious.
I mean, I found a rock. A black obsidian rock.
I think we are looking for said rock.
I thought you were looking for small little dragon scale.
Why don't you show and we figure out if it is?
Okay. Somewhere. Oh no, maybe I lost it. See, it's rock. Big. Right? How big is it?
It's about yay long. I mean, it's for a goblin that's 2 feet tall. It's most of your palm.
I'm going
Big
to
rock.
pick it up and read aura on it.
It is interestingly not magical.
Is it clearly a black
it
obsidian
certainly
dragon
looks like
scale?
a black obsidian dragon scale to you.
This was on Kobold.
It was near it. I just thought it was a rock. It looked cool.
When she does hand over the stone, Emmeline puts one of her hidden daggers back.
Oh, I don't feel like getting stabbed today.
I think this is what
I'm
we're
gonna take a
looking
look at
for.
it.
Yeah, you can
Oh, that was really bad. Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna use occultism, but I rolled really poorly. So
is there a check I can make to identify it, or is it just it's not
Occultism.
related? I don't have occultism. So.
Yeah.
I
so
have
no.
religion. I rolled a 20.
It's not religion though.
Well,
In this case, I mean, on a 20,
I could
it's
roll
clearly a
occultism.
ritual object. Yeah, if you roll occultism, it's
Okay.
clearly a ritual object. Of some kind.
like,
Yeah,
get
to
a
re-roll your
plus
d20. No, just re-roll the.
11.
okay. Yeah, that's better. That's
Yay.
a 21.
Yeah, this is clearly a cultish ritual object.
okay.
I thought
Yeah.
it was rock. Look at
That's-
Sparks. His scale's really tiny.
What we were looking for.
Oh.
I'm
Well, there you
going to
go.
roll a sense motive to see if that's true.
I
Okay.
She just thought it was a pretty rock. That might be.
I don't know if you're lying. Like, I assume
mean-
you are because you tried pretty hard
To
to
be
hide
fair,
it.
we
roll,
never
like,
told
an
her we were looking for the
intelligence?
scale.
I mean, it would be deception if you're
Until
attempting
afterwards.
to deceive.
I mean, for all I know.
I mean,
I didn't know you-
are you lying?
I don't.
Because if
think
you're
that
not,
they
then it
ever
doesn't
told
really
me they were
matter.
looking
Like,
for
I'm
a
just.
scale.
Yeah, that's fair. That's true. They didn't. You didn't
Like, I
actually.
just
We
thought
didn't
it
know
was
about the scale.
Yeah,
No.
because you were just hiding a shiny thing. She's not
Yeah.
lying.
Found-
I'm
Yeah.
not lying.
She just
okay,
found a
but
shiny thing and wanted to keep it.
It's like.
Scree is lying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Scree is not lying. She thinks scales are really tiny.
Like. This is object we were looking for.
Oh, cool.
We can get out of weird, creepy goblin cave now.
No, we need to kill them.
We did.
There's one left, at least.
Well, you are welcome to stay and hunt him down. I don't care. I won.
Look at me.
Fucking clerics.
Listen, you killed like 3 with 1 hit. You'll be fine.
I am very hittable.
There
Please.
are always more goblins to kill.
I'm just gonna like walk away.
If you need,
not kill
if
me.
you must want, if you need to go and kill lots more goblins, we can find time. First, though,
What do you
Need to
even
move
need that
cave.
thing for?
is complicated.
We have time.
That's a fair point.
We are on a quest.
We
Sort of.
What?
Sort of.
we have been tasked with getting it for cleric trying to solve death.
Necromancer.
But
Great. That doesn't sound bad. That's fine.
is probably bad, but likely at the moment best option is to play along.
Okay.
We're
But
trying to get more information out of
The
her.
scale's the
When
best way to get her
time
back in
comes-
stabbing distance.
her stuff is made of wood. You can light on fire.
Yes.
It will be very good.
More food.
Unlikely,
Firewood.
but fire, yes.
Her food. Yes.
She may be food.
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe she's wood. I didn't check.
That's true. You did not check to see if she was wood.
Her partner is wood. I'm sorry.
We
Me as Amelie, I probably should not have said that.
too late.
No,
Don't say things you don't mean to say. It's like,
her partner
You don't
is
have
made out of
etiquette on
wood.
sheet?
No, I don't. No, I don't. You're right.
That's a
You're
different game
right.
system.
This ain't
I don't
Carpet.
know. I don't have any
This
tact
ain't
at
Vampire
all.
the Masquerade at all.
so, you guys leaving?
So I think time at the moment is head out. If we see any of these goblins a long way, I let you light them on fire. Da?
Da.
Хорошо.
Dead.
And I
So,
will
yeah.
start leaving,
Time to vacate the,
following
Yes.
the sigils on
the
the, way
horrible
back.
dungeon.
Trying to vacate the premises.
Okay. It takes you a little while to get back out.
Wait, what about that thing that fell behind us?
Oh, when you get there, it's like a heavy iron grate with a little bit of work.
Yeah.
You can manage
Okay.
to get it back up.
Okay.
It was just to immediately block your escape.
Okay. That was a bad idea, wasn't it? We killed those goblins dead.
Blocked their escape.
Exactly.
Rorschach moment.
We made it so
We're
that
not
they
locked
could
in here
never
with you.
escape again.
You're locked in here with me. Scree took the scale. Distrust.
Accidentally.
Ivan doesn't trust Scree at all, but does actually believe the scale part was accidental.
So it takes you a little while to get back out, but you do.
Eh.
And as you're going, the fatigue is starting to catch up because you were sort of pushing late to get here in the first place, and now you've fought 2 more fights and have been diving through an ancient weird dragon temple for the last couple of hours. It's like 1 in the morning.
When we get out, as
You
soon
guys
as we
have been
get
doing
outside and to the shelter of the normal time, like, I think let's take shelter in town. I do not want to travel anymore today.
In town.
Town is a long ways away still.
If you're talking about Bradford, it's like
Not Bradford, no. The
Oh,
mining town directly outside the mine that
it's
has...
not really a town anymore. It's
But
like
it
a
has
pile
degrees
of,
of shelter that are
Yes.
not just pure open, and also is a lot more hidden from sight than on the center of the plains out in the middle of nowhere. Like,
Yeah,
That's true.
abandoned area.
I think so. I go and say, I think I will search around to try and find what looks like probably the most intact and hidden from outside eyes building. Say, let's set up camp in here.
There's the last
Stay
bits
in
of
here
what
for
was
night.
probably like a kind of like a blacksmith's spot,
Yeah.
which they bothered to build out of stone so it wouldn't burn the fuck down.
Nice.
Um,
That's kind of.
so yeah, I mean it doesn't have a roof or anything, but it's got things that look vaguely like walls.
I would be a little bit concerned with staying so near to where these were holed up. If there's any more around, it could be a problem.
But I think we need rest. It's been a very long day.
Set up watch.
All right,
It's
very well.
also why I want to hide inside somewhere instead of just being out in the open. Bit of extra.
Still a close to.
It is all right, cousin. I will take first watch.
Fair.
So brave.
I
New best friend.
I take
Sorry, dragon.
Ouch.
I
can't
take last
understand
watch and do while
Goblin.
preparing for morning.
I'll take the middle one. I don't think Scree should have a watch.
Wow.
I don't trust you.
The
I'll just sleep. That's fine. Wow.
So
Rude.
I don't think Scree has a perception score.
hey,
Not wrong.
you never know. People roll 20s all the time. Approximately 5% of the time.
Sometimes.
Okay, so what's the watch order? Amelie first,
Mm-hmm.
Emmeline second,
Me
Ivan
last.
third. Okay. Okay.
That is a 13? Yeah, on my perception,
Okay.
like a 13.
Yeah. You don't see anything out of the ordinary as you stay up.
I think I'm just tired.
Yeah, it's been a day.
Yeah.
Suplexing dogs.
Yes.
It's tiring.
And the writers.
It's honest work.
It's all in a day's work, guys.
Okay, Emmeline, give me yours.
Yeah. Nat 20.
Woo.
A couple of times you see.
She's on alert, staring
Yeah.
at Scree the entire time.
If you're staring at Scree the whole time, you see a sleeping goblin and a dragon that probably doesn't have to sleep 8 hours, and so it tends to like open one eye and stare at you for a little while and then close it again.
muttering,
Smoke comes out.
muttering in goblin about food.
Yes. And it's weirdly cute while it's asleep.
What were you saying?
But other than
I
that,
did that for the memes.
yes.
The best reason to do anything.
Hey, with the natural 20, you can stare at Scree all night and still see everything else. Yeah, you do see a few times, like off in the distance, back toward the mine, a few like goblin forms moving here and there, but they definitely seem to be more skittish. As if they're not necessarily looking for a fight, as if maybe they're on watch for you.
They better be.
Oh, it's just like kind of like few people just wander in, kill like 20 of them, just leave,
Not what we needed.
disarm
Fine.
their traps, like steal their shit, just walk through,
And
murder
leave
everything we
these
see.
weird symbols they've never seen before.
Yeah.
They're bomb symbols.
they're just
Yes.
they're just assuming that that's you guys marking your new gang turf, maybe.
Like, this is theirs now. We get it.
Gotta leave.
Murder hobo's got a hobo.
That
But
I forgot about that on the enter
Sorry.
on the creepy
I
playlist.
love that it's so good though.
It is. It's good.
really
It's
good.
just,
It's just
it's
terrible
not
for
great
every
for middle of the
situation it
night.
shows up in.
I know.
It's not even bad for every situation. Just all the situations it's come on for.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got to take it out of the creepy playlist and put it somewhere else.
As soon as I heard, I didn't even remember there was the same one as last time. I was just like, oh, this is kind of cool, and wrote it down.
So I do third watch, or is there anything else he sees?
Yeah. No. Go third watch.
The 20.
20. You see the same sort of thing. A couple of times you see goblins off in the distance, but
Do they seem to know where we are?
no.
Okay, so they're not watching us.
No, they're not
just
watching you. They're
out.
watching for you.
They are scared.
They're like, oh god, they might come back.
I will also, while I'm on watch, spend this time like preparing my spells and doing the normal thing, but also praying heavily to the marshal to send me something about how he feels about proto drakes.
Sure.
If some kind of sign or revelation or whatever. And I, like this time, part of my morning routine and my morning prayers and everything to get my spells.
Sure.
Pretty much all of them are focused on, please let me know what you think of this situation. Am I, like, if there's something wrong with this, give me a sign so that I know how to act in your favor and all that.
Sure.
So that's the direction that it's going.
Okay.
Whether or not that works, I don't know, but,
Yeah.
you know,
One thing
What I'm gonna
you
do.
do notice just before dawn, you do see a few taller figures go back in toward the mine.
okay.
Hard to say from this distance. Might be more hobgoblins.
Okay.
Spoilers, it's not hobgoblins.
And,
Hard to say from this distance. Might be dragons. Who knows? Like-
God.
So, Amelie. No, I'm sorry, Emmeline. Wrong
Little
M. Little M.
Little M.
Emmeline. While you're sleeping, your dreams go fairly normally for most of the night.
Most of the night. Oh.
Until while dreaming of one of those odd dreams of the house you grew up in that everybody has, suddenly interrupted. It's not like you remember your previous encounters with the Bramble Man being, or encounter, I guess. Like you only had the one, but it's very different. In that case, a previous dream ended and it sort of flowed into the darkness.
Yeah.
In this case, it's just you were having a dream and now you're not. Suddenly, you're surrounded by darkness, and for a moment, you're just alone there. Silence and endless void. And then, suddenly, Tirla is standing there. Oh, finally found you.
You're in our dreams again now.
Well, yes, it's how we communicate. I'm sorry, I don't have the necessary power at the moment to cast sending for you.
So you found us. Yes.
Yes. How is it going? Everything well?
Yes.
Excellent. Did you find the artifact?
Yes.
You're not in the dream. You
Yes, we found it.
Oh, good. I'm still working on locating the next object. I have relocated, so there is no more danger of Adeline stumbling on me or my project stumbling on Adeline.
We had assumed you'd be gone already by this point.
Yes, well, I am. Excellent.
So, do you want us to bring this to you?
Not necessary at the moment. You can keep it secure, I'm sure.
Plan thwarted. So we should just wait until we have a next destination?
For the moment, if you have other business to attend to, by all means.
All right.
It is not a simple feat tracking artifacts across a continent.
Don't know. Just like. Well, then. What else do we have? We have the scale. We'll hear from you then later.
Yes, shouldn't be long.
And you
Good luck.
leave my dreams now?
Yes, carry on. And then she vanishes, and you're right back where you were in the dream before.
Shoo shoo.
Just get out of my head.
Hey, she's not so hot on the personal boundaries.
Oh no.
So, as the sun rises and everyone wakes up from the night's sleep, I think that's where we're going to leave it for the evening.
They're in our heads!
Okay.
Schemes thwarted.
So,
Schemes.
so it's notable that Scree is still among the party.
I just left. Bye.
So if you'd like to rejoin us next week,
Yeah. More fire.
more fire
Oh yeah.
and more sparks.
It's gonna be lit, guys.
But thank you for joining us in the first place.
Thank you for having me. It's been so much fun.
I hope everybody enjoyed Bree being here as much as we did.
I enjoyed her setting people's crotches on fire.
I also enjoyed that. The hobgoblins did not enjoy that.
No.
They were not so keen on that
Poor
particular part.
hobgoblins.
I thought of all the STD jokes, but I decided not to say them.
So did I
That's
at the time.
Do we have anything else big to talk about before we end the show?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah, keep your eye out on the channel.
Just us doing stream
Any
things.
questions?
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Keep an eye on the channel. We'll be doing probably miscellaneous game streams, video games and that sort of thing. We're working on a couple of other tabletop things
Tabletop ideas. Yeah.
that we're going to start rolling out pretty soon. It's just a matter of getting our kind of faculties together well enough to be able to do more than one of these. But yeah, keep an eye out. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you again next week at the same time, 4 p.m. Eastern, here on Twitch or on YouTube, wherever you happen to be watching. Until then, thanks so much. Keep your friends close and your dice closer. Have a good night.